last we left our characters, I do hesitate to call this group heroes sometimes. Uh,
We're not
uh,
heroes.
when last we left the characters, they were back at their um, base of operations, I suppose we call it, underground, um, healing up and having a long rest after their um, encounters within the dollhouse. So we are picking up basically the following morning. You do find yourselves light one member who has gone to check in with his guild. Um, but beyond that, as you awaken, all of you are there and awake. And what are you guys planning to do?
Guys, I have a plan.
Oh no.
As he says that, I'm gonna go. Yeah, no.
And I barely slept this night. This plan is a singer. It's gonna be great.
As he says that, Tobin's like, I'm gonna need a padded glove.
Get to.
All right, hear me out. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. All right. So here's the thing. Like when I was looking out that window, like basically a shit ton of memories like kind of got dumped into me, which is why I was like, oh, it's been half a year, and you were like, it's been 5 seconds. I'm not entirely sure which one is true, but I know I fucking remember it because I remember bits and pieces because it was kind of an overload and I got a headache. But I'm very sure that I saw Multov in those memories. Like I don't exactly remember the context, so it might just be they were having tea and very nice. But I know that the memories are from people in that house and from like the foreman and other people. And if several people have seen him at several occasions, maybe we can piece together some kind of information, like location, or maybe they talked about, maybe mentioned a name or a place. Considering they were gonna fry all those apprentices, they didn't. I assume they wouldn't care if they spoke about secrets in front of them. Problem is, I can't remember this shit. So we need someone to kind of go in there, scoop it out, piece it together, and drag it out so we can take a look at it.
Velen, I think there's a
No.
problem. I think there's a problem.
I'm not here.
Well, no, see, the problem is I actually understood what the hell he just said.
I'm getting to you, Dovan. Slowly but surely. I'm getting to you.
We're gonna need more drinks.
It's 7 a.m.
Oh, I'm gonna need to go get the special mushrooms.
A bit early even for you, Dovan. But alright, whatever floats your boat. See, problem is, do you guys know any shrinks?
I don't.
Like meditation techniques, maybe. You are Golgari. Like, do I like?
The Golgari don't specialize in intelligence. Why would we know this?
No. You maybe you have like mushrooms,
I'm
and I
sorry,
can go
wait.
on a spirit quest.
Okay, I'm good. That will forever be my jab at the War of the Spark storyline.
Yeah, I'm thinking you have like mushrooms. I can go on a spiritual quest in my mind, fight my inner demons, become a better person, and also finding the things that we're looking for.
What type of mushrooms do you think I grow here?
Spirit questing kind.
I've lost track of when Chris is trying to act out his character and when he is just actually properly frustrated with you.
No, my eye is actually itching because I'm having an allergy attack. I'm actually gonna take a pill right now for that. Zeteric, and Dovin starts pointing at different mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
That zombie fungus.
Yeah.
It's used as a reagent to make flight potions.
Flight potions, so I can fly.
No, if you try to use it as a non-distilled form, it will cause you to climb to the highest point, latch on, and then attempt to spread its spores through your body.
Well, that's not the kind of mushroom I had in mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
Needless to say, everything here needs to be distilled in some way.
Well, I mean, if we're not doing like with the spirit mushroom spirit quest thing, then I guess I could like reach out to my pen pal again. Like he's a Dimir, so maybe he knows some mind people who can like steal some memories from my head and show it to everyone.
I mean, that's what they used to do. I don't know if that's what they do anymore.
I don't know. Ellen, do you know? You're muted.
I tuned out. I wasn't listening.
Maybe that's for the better.
There's been too much right now.
All right. Well, I mean
Okay,
that's
so
all I have.
Before we do that,
Mm-hmm.
what we've found so far.
Right.
You are going to do something to try and recover the notes. Please don't burn down my farm.
Can I scoop some ashes off a table? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I, I would never. Doven, if anything, while you were sleeping, I definitely did not set fire
I
to
don't
the table.
sleep.
Well, I am glad you didn't see it. I mean, didn't see nothing, because nothing happened. There's nothing to see if nothing happened.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't believe that for a second, my friend. But I'll let you decide whichever way you want to move. I'm quite satisfied with just hitting things at this point.
Right?
Okay.
Casey, could you create a... or we could put this in party notes, right? Like we could just make an evidence section.
I'm
Where-
bringing up my notebook.
Perfect. Because I'm actually now unsure on all the evidence. I know the most recent thing we have, but
That is my Everon Games notebook. There it is, Pact Manifest. Okay, characters, NPCs, major events. What the? Okay. Okay, so it's actually spread out amongst 4 sessions. So,
mm-hmm.
we have the journal entries.
Yes.
We have your cookbook.
Yep.
That you found.
Yeah.
We have the statements from the mimics. Statements, because we never got anything in writing.
Yeah.
And that is the information that we have.
Is that all? Shit.
Well, we were going to try and get more, and then Malgar tried to pull Karen off the window, and everything went tits up.
I do have the Bolt of Crystal lab notes. I still have not deciphered them. And I kind of burned one of the pages as I was trying to decipher them because apparently they're trapped. So we have one less note from that thing. I don't know how many. Should I write that down, Casey? If they are trapped and have the potential of being destroyed, Like how many of these papers I still have?
Well, you had a stack of papers, and
Yeah.
you actually destroyed about a fifth of them with that
Oh
experiment.
shit. So I'll just write down a fifth left, and I'm gonna assume that
No, you have
there's.
4/5 left.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 4/5 left. And I'm just gonna assume that.
You have 80% of the notes.
Yeah. But these are specifically the notes that he did not want us to have, so I'm sure there's something in there. We just need to figure out a better way of deciphering them, and I think some tools for it as well. Because I just assumed that it was alchemical, not that there was magical trapping involved. But learned some from mistakes, so yeah, that I did.
You're saying you can't dispel the trap.
I'm saying I don't have the spell magic.
So you're
And-
saying you can't dispel the trap.
And I'm saying I'm not sure if dispelling magic, because you can't say specifically which magic to dispel if you're dispelling an object, right? Because if it's magical writing, you're suppressing the magic of it and you can't discern what it's written there anyway. That's my thought process. So I'm more thinking we need to figure out a way to get the writing off without triggering the traps.
I mean, I know someone who could help with that, but she's kind of in hiding at the moment.
Well, I mean, we should maybe. Can we find? Do you know where they're hiding?
No. I specifically do not know where Hallory goes and hides when she hides, specifically so if something happens, she is not caught.
Kind of makes sense. Kind
Yeah.
of don't want people to know where they are when they're hiding.
Yeah. When we get this settled, I kind of have to talk to Narcissus and get her pardoned as well.
All right. In that
The
case,
list of pardons that's needed
Yeah.
is growing.
yeah,
No, because we don't have to get jury pardoned anymore.
that's true. That's true. All right. How about this? Until I think I might be able to research some like some note taking note security for note taking in the Isset library. Maybe there's something written down there on how it was done and how you can reverse engineer it. So let's not touch the stack of papers until I figured out a way to actually read its content without it bursting into fire.
Great. You're not going to want those lying around out here, though.
I'll put them in my bag again.
Okay, good, because you don't want the beetles getting those.
Right, and I have a case for it.
To which
bag.
Dovin points to one of the walls,
Yeah.
and there's like a beetle about the size of a small house cat just crawling across it.
Ooh. Casey, I want to clarify that also. I have like a casing for the notes and other.
You have like a
important-
scroll case, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
Mhm.
water won't fuck with it, stuff like that.
Scroll cases are water resistant.
I won't go diving in it. Just hopefully.
I mean, this is the Undercity, which is also the sewers.
I'll put it in a plastic bag too. How about that?
Yeah.
just in case. Just gonna wrap it. Like, all right, now it's super safe. Great.
I love how just dropping a single word like resistant can cause the entire party to kind of get really nervous and rethink what they're doing.
Well, and so memories or lab notes, which one should we go for first? Considering if someone's gonna fuck with my brain, I don't know what will come out.
Well, probably. Oh god, probably the memories.
So should I send a letter? It will presumably. I mean, I don't even know what the dude wants
Didn't
for
you
it. Though.
didn't you get yelled at last time for using like an unsecured way of contacting this person? I
Yeah.
feel like that was a thing.
I mean, I wasn't really listening, so I'm sure it doesn't count.
I'm fairly sure it does.
Besides, I've read him all the time. I don't see why it would be different this time. Maybe I should write in code.
It only works if the other person knows the code.
If I only write in euphemisms, people won't read it because they think it's silly.
Possibly including the person you're sending it to.
Yeah. And there's no way anyone would think it has anything important in it. It's so genius, it's smart. Hang on. That's the same thing. Oh, I'm making so many discoveries.
Again, only works if the person that you're sending it to knows the code.
I only know how to get in touch with him in one way, and that's through writing.
Okay, so write to him and tell him you want to meet somewhere. This way you don't let out all of this information into a public eye.
Well, right, but if I write that I want to meet him, he might think I wanna pick a fight for all the criticism towards my awesome inventions. So should I clarify that and saying, hey, no bad feel? Oh, then he thinks I'm trying to trick him into false sense
Or
of
you could
security, so
just
I can get
say,
the first hit.
hey,
Hmm?
I need your help. Can you meet with me at this location?
He would never believe that. All right, let's brainstorm here.
If he's your rival, he will jump at the chance to make it so that you owe him one. That tends to be how it works. I got a troll that I can show you that thinks the same damn way.
I didn't think of it that I would owe him one, though. Maybe this is worth it anyhow. It's just memories. You see nothing. Just tea time.
Okay, quick question. Case, are we full HP again?
Oh
Yes,
yeah, yeah. You've had a full night's rest. You're fully charged, leveled up, all good.
Cool.
All right. I've write something down. I've write something down. Oh shit! I gotta find my last note. I think yeah. Alex Rubin, also known as Alex McFuckface. There we go. Okay.
Alice McFuckface. That's the name of a rival right there.
It's funny because his name isn't McFuckface. I know. All right. Hello, it's me again. Again?
It's you again.
Yes, because I started my last letter with "Hello, it's me again," so I gotta differentiate that letter from this one, so he doesn't think he's reading the same letter again.
I'm quite sure he is not that incompetent. If he's working for the Demir, he is not that incompetent.
I mean, he's pretty out there.
As much as I dislike the Demir, they are not incompetent.
He has a stupid nose. Oh, I should write that.
They are really, really
like fuckface. You know, because of your nose. That's great stuff.
Can you not insult the person that we're trying to get to help us? That would be great. I would love this.
If I don't include this insults, he would never believe it's not me. He would think it's some kind of double spy trap thing, you know?
Why are you making this more complicated than it needs to be? Because you're an Izzet.
You didn't even need him to answer that, did you?
Like, as the words were leaving Dobin's mouth, he's like, oh, right.
I wanna return the favor and ask for another. It feels weird writing that. Like, ugh.
Wow.
Alright. Shit, I don't know what to write. Hey, can we meet? Where should we meet?
I have a place we can meet.
A location that I can write? Where's?
I give them the address for that troll I told them about, I just mentioned. Because he has a strange interest in me and would probably be willing to help me, even though he's a pain in my ass.
Okay. It's a troll's den. Great
It's not a
fun.
den. It's not a den. It's a sunken house. And it is actually very nice, which makes it really annoying with him.
Seeing is great down under.
Why?
Right,
When
Kay?
did my life get so screwed up?
I ask myself that question every day.
Another. Should I bribe him with something? Like, because I kind of already owe him a favor.
Tell him that when he arrives, he can hit you.
I mean, I'd jump at it at that chance. Chance to punch in, is it? Sign me up.
All right. How about this? I have a present for you.
See, now that just makes it sound like you're gonna give him a ball.
Present is a fist. The fist's direction is going into my face.
That, I was understanding your words, and then I stopped understanding your words.
Also, there is more. On this offer now, and
now you just sound like an
get
infomercial.
our super duper mega is it super duper, this time with 2 P's, so it's dupper. Gift.
Bartender, something stronger, please.
You know you're not at a bar, right?
He had some of the mushrooms.
That's why
and now
I'm
he's
saying it.
hallucinating. Hang on. Like, what's the opposite of admirer? Like, if he's admiring me?
Rival.
He's more like your role model.
I don't think you understand what that word means.
Cedric Ulfheim.
I am fairly sure you don't understand what that word means.
There we go. Hang on, let me post that in Roll20. There we go. Boop. Alex Rubin, also known as Alex McFuckface. You know, because of your nose. Hello, it's me again. Hey, can we meet? It's
Guys, I'm AFK. Just a minute. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back.
Yep. Great. Then great.
Don't.
Sightseeing. Great down under. I wrote it several times there. I got scratches over.
I was understanding your words, and then I wasn't anymore.
I mean, I would go for this.
I would not.
I have a present for you. The present is a fist. The fist direction is going into my face. That doesn't even make sense.
Makes perfect sense.
I would say I feel like it's looking at an insane person wrote that. And then I remember you're an idiot.
That's skill just. Guildsist? I'm gonna work on it and get back to you.
Sorry, point out the one sane is it that we've met.
I'll get back to you.
Exactly.
What are we doing while? Because last time, how long did it take for Ven to appear?
He was there later that day.
Oh shit, that
Plus,
fast.
also before you send that, I kind of have to go talk to the troll first.
Kind of makes sense. So we'll go past the troll, deliver the message, back to troll there.
This is gonna go so well. I can.
Thank you for the enthusiasm, Velen. I'm glad you have my support.
It's a friendly rivalry. He's not.
If I get caught in more easy guesses, I'm having you first.
No, there's no Izzet gas down there.
Yeah. See, one time I sent him sneezing powder, and then he sent me back poisonous gas. It was fun.
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
Right.
I heard about 75% of that letter, I'm assuming. Do you have it?
Yeah, I posted
okay,
it in
there
Roll
it is.
20. Alex Rubin, also known as Alex McFuckface. You know because of your nose. Hello, it's me again. Hey, can we meet? Is the troll then? Great. Sightseeing is great down here. Under. Crikey. I wanna return the favor and ask for another. I have a present for you. The present is a fist. The fist direction is going into my face. Also, there's more. Act on
That's
this
not
offer
how
now.
words work.
You get our super duper mega is a super duper gift. Your role model, Cedric Olfheim.
I am fairly sure that is not how any of those words work.
I bend reality to my will. That includes words.
You can only bend things so far until they break.
No, I bent that word. It went great.
Yeah, and you broke every rule of grammar with that one.
Pretty impressive.
Ooh. Right.
So are you going to the little trading outpost and posting that?
Troll
But first going.
first.
Yeah, troll first.
Troll first, and then, well.
Okay, you're going to the troll.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
kind of have to ask him for permission to use his place first.
Okay, and remind me which this was.
If you look at my sheet, when I randomly rolled my character, I had a rival. There's a troll in a remote area of the Undercity who seems to find me interesting and who knows more than you think.
Ah, yes, I do remember reading that now. Okay. So you're heading for the troll's den.
Yep. It's not a den. It's a sunken house.
He calls it his den.
This is fair. This is fair.
What else would a troll call his house?
Palace.
So, yeah, you make your way. Did you have a name for this guy, or was I supposed to have come up with one? Because I don't
All
remember
yours.
if I have.
All yours. I don't know if you did or not.
Let me just have a quick look back. Because I came up with names for a lot of the NPC, but not necessarily every one of them.
My
Let's
goal
see.
is to eventually use every aspect of my character sheet at least once.
That's good. I just realized, before we went into the dollhouse, that I actually had contacts, and I thought, hey, maybe I should use them.
Well, you have used your contacts before, because you've used this guy before.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying it is a quite recent event that I thought, hey, I have contacts that I should use.
It's amazing, that.
Yeah, I know. They're so useful.
Basically, when I said he's got friends that are tetragons, this would be one of the people he would consider a friend, even though they're rivals.
Got it. I'm just reading through the notes I had on this guy. I'd forgotten I'd done that.
It's the king of trolls.
No, that's Virals. Yeah, Dovin doesn't fuck with Virals. Dovin gives Virals a wide berth.
Very few people do.
Virals has this nasty habit of when you hurt him, he just gets stronger. He's like the Hulk.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Yes.
I'm worried that there are rolls involved right now. You're going into a troll den. Hang on, let me roll something. No, please don't.
The troll you are going to see is Zolrasha's Rot Breath, the Often Defeated.
What a great name.
That's lovely.
I'm guessing the last part there wasn't of his own choosing.
Actually, Dovin, because you know this guy fairly well, you know how he got that name.
He got beaten up a lot.
No, not at all. Well, kind of, but only in a roundabout way. You actually know that this guy has a habit of when someone who's unfamiliar with clan traditions decides to pick a fight or an encounter with him, he will normally let them beat him.
How nice of him.
And then he will invoke what he claims to them is a ancient troll ritual that involves slicing off a portion of his skin to feed to his
And
to the one who has
toxic.
defeated him,
And troll skin is
which normally
toxic.
results in them dropping dead in front of him. Yes.
Oh, okay, that's less nice.
Yeah, as we're on the way, I'm like, if he challenges you to a fight, that's fine. If he offers you skin, he's full of shit.
Why on earth would I eat someone else's skin?
Because he tries to say it's an ancient troll tradition. It's not. He's full of shit.
I'm not a traditionalist myself.
It's fine. It's fine.
What the problem could be.
Yeah. Troll skin's incredibly toxic, which is why you don't eat it.
Funny that a lot of people just don't know that for some reason.
Unless you heavily pickle it in acid, then it's usually fine.
People also don't often know that.
I got that from Eberron. No, seriously, there's an entire nation in Eberron where they just basically use trolls as a renewable food source.
Oh, that's smart.
Yep. But you have to heavily process the flesh, otherwise, you'll kill the entire country.
That's also smart. Wicked smart.
Okay, so you make your way to Zolraja's home, which, as you said, is a sunken house on an outer edge of the Golgari territories. Not necessarily the nicest part of town, but fairly remote, fairly easily defendable, for sure.
As we walk up, I go, the upside is we're meeting with the nicest person in this part of town.
I mean, okay.
Dovin walks up. Doom, doom, doom.
What do you want?
It's me.
What do you want?
Need a favor.
Not giving them out today. What do you
Solve
got
the
to
mo-
offer?
About
What the fuck do I have?
2 pounds of hallucinogenic mushrooms from the good side of my farm.
You hear about 3 locks unclicking. The door swings open. Well, why didn't you start with that?
Cool.
Oh,
Stop by later,
shit.
and we'll pick out the
And-
good ones for you.
And as the door opens and he starts to say this, you can smell where he got his second name from.
The one.
This
It's fine.
hulking, kind of grayish green troll is stood there, and it looks like you can see pieces of chewed up swamp weed hanging out of the edges of his mouth around his teeth.
Zal, you have breakfast on your face again.
You're keeping so nice friends, though.
I was in the middle of eating.
It's fair.
I'm putting on my gas mask. No sense.
That's fair. Stop by later. We'll pick out the good ones.
I'm gonna turn around to Dovin. You owe me one too. I'm gonna walk in.
Dovin puts his staff in front of Velen. We weren't invited in yet. Don't be rude to the man.
Yeah, don't be rude.
Zal, I need a favor.
What do you need?
I need to be able to meet with somebody in a quiet place where there's very few prying eyes, and this is the best option.
Pick of the mushrooms, huh?
Yep.
One hour.
Hour and a half. And I'll up the bundle to 3.
Hour and a half. But if they trample my decorative fungus, I get to eat their head.
They're demure. Even if they walked on the fungus, they probably wouldn't damage it. You know how they walk.
They're demure. Make it 4 bundles.
Ugh.
Fine.
Fine. Tell me when.
We won't know until we get a response from them. So while we're waiting for a response
Then
from
come
them,
back when you know.
I was going to say, so while we're waiting for a response from them, you come to the farm and we get you the mushrooms.
I like that plan.
All right. Finish your food. We'll wait out here. We'll drop the letter off on the way to the farm.
He kind of nods and just turns around and closes the door. And you all hear a quite unpleasant squelching sound inside.
I
And
think it.
about 5 minutes pass before he finally comes back out with even more stuff hanging from his mouth.
I think I need a shower.
I think I need a scrub.
Anyway, Zal, this is Velen, this is Zederic. I'm working with them.
Hi.
Loosely termed.
That one has no stomach for the Undercity.
Oh.
All right.
Surface dwellers.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with Undercity.
He kind of
Sort of a
chuckles.
bit.
He kind of chuckles and says, "Good." And as he turns to go back inside, he just lets out this huge, just gaseous fart that just turns you green.
Ugh.
So
Jovin's like, Zal, what did you...
I'm resistant to the shit, so I'm
What
like,
did you...
believe it or not,
Literally.
I am.
You know what? No,
resistant
not
and
what.
this is
Who
shit.
did you eat today? Come on, man.
No one important. Just
Well-
one of the thralls from the neighboring farm that got a bit too close.
Oh, I told you to stop eating carrion.
So,
Uh,
All right.
Can we please get on with it so I can,
Yes. Yes. Zal, grab your bag. Come on.
and he does. He just kind of huffs and follows you.
All right.
Why did we follow his plan again?
Because it was the best one we have.
That's gotta hurt to say.
I mean, the upside is if anybody tries something stupid, we now have a troll.
That's also true.
Whose number one comeback tactic is to surrender.
He is literally the most cowardice troll in the.
It's not cowardice, it's cunning.
It's not cunning when it does the same thing 30 times in a row. People are just dumb.
It's always worked. And it's 102.
God.
All right. So
Well, I guess you're weeding out the dumb. It works for me.
yeah, I would think we would drop the letter off back on the way to the farm.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, just knocking on thing like, hey, it's me
So,
again. Putting on
Do
something.
you keep any of the heirlooms or any of the possessions of the guys? Did any of them have anything looking like an alcoholic beverage? Because I'm run out.
Oh, you need alcohol, huh? Hold on just a minute. Hold on.
Oh, that
He
thing might kill you.
reaches into his bag and he pulls out a bottle. Uh, and you notice almost immediately looking at this bottle that whatever's in it must be strong because the outside of the bottle is molded and encrusted, but the inside
It's just
there is
pure.
nothing.
I'm
So is that
gonna.
the stuff
so-
you keep brewing?
Yeah, it's good stuff. And he hands it over to you, Velen.
I'm gonna smell it. Oh well,
It's straw.
that's fine. I'm like bottoms up, mate.
Oh.
Does it taste as
And-
bad as?
Oh, it's
Congratulations.
It tastes like burn.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
you
you
are
drank paint thinner.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that.
You're resistant to poisons, right?
Immune to
Okay.
both disease and poison. So
You're immune.
immune.
Okay, in that case, make a con save with advantage.
Okay. I have.
Dovin's
also-
just like leaning on his staff, watching this, going, "This isn't gonna end well, but it's gonna end fun."
I have an I have my aura as well on this, so it's on top of this. It's also a +5, so
Okay.
28.
With your 28, you certainly feel that this would have probably killed anyone else
Yeah.
to this weakness. And even being immune as you are,
I'm blessed
you
by gods and whatnot.
you
You're like,
still have. It's still giving you a little bit of a zing. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's not the right place. I'm gonna give it back to him. You're a good man. I'm gonna do
He kind of chuckles and looks at Dovin and says, "I like him."
Yeah, he's one of the good ones.
Gonna like write that down. Apparently, Velen is immortal. So, interesting.
Well, you've seen him almost die like 3-4 times, and he just
Exactly.
go down.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen him go down. I've fucking seen her as last session.
Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Last.
Yeah, just because he wasn't there doesn't mean it doesn't count.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Although I probably would have made smarter choices just to have it said.
Well, no, the one reason that your character went down, I will tell you this, Kim, is because as a group we knew that your character would not retreat.
No, that's not meant.
So your character went down fighting because everyone else retreated.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And
that makes sense.
Yeah, and then Cedric
And-
ran
and
back
then-
and
And then once you went down, they dragged you after them.
That sounds about right.
I cast Spare the Dying on him.
Mm.
Yeah.
Finally got to use it.
Anyhow, yeah, I mean, I drink pain thinner that almost kills me. Carry
Mhm.
on.
Now, you drop off the letter. You pay the 5 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it normally takes about a day for a reply from these.
So we're gonna go back to my farm, and I'm gonna get Zal the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming I'm rolling in a an herbalism nature check.
You are, yes, with advantage, because he's helping you make sure you find the good stuff.
21.
21. Yeah, you certainly do find 4 bags of your good stuff.
so bad.
Dovin looks at him and goes, not all at once this time. Remember what happened last time? They're still fixing that wall.
Yeah, but it was fun.
It wasn't fun for those crawl.
They tasted good, though. I think. Or was that the... I don't know.
That was the time before. You didn't eat the crawl this
Yeah.
time. You just started throwing them at walls.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fun.
Again, not for the crawl.
Cedric has been trying to find somewhere to sit where it isn't like disgusting, and he's failing.
Mhm.
Welcome to a rat farm.
I'm gonna have so much fun with it. So if Cedric goes, "You're so loving your plan now, huh, Cedric? It feels
Right.
good being in charge,
Yeah,
making the decisions, and
yeah. Like according to my plan, I wanted my niece to lock up. That's my plan. Standing is great. I love standing. Except here, apparently, it was moving. Over here is much better.
yeah,
Dovin
yeah.
hears him say it's moving and turns and goes, yeah, don't let that touch you.
Skip a little bit, like.
and Zoe kind of turns around and says that and goes, ooh, and picks it up and just drops it down his throat. Crunches it very loudly and wetly.
Oh, I'm so hungry right now.
He
All right.
and he kind of stops and hears that and goes, "Oh, sorry," and pulls some of it out of his teeth to hand to you.
I'm looking at it like, no, I can't have that. It works for you, mate, but I can't eat that. It gets stuck the wrong way, you know.
Don't have the teeth for it.
Yeah.
Mm.
You want me to chew it up some for you first?
Nah, I'm alright. I'll find something.
See, I have this gag. Maybe it can also be a blindfold. Yeah. Multi-purpose.
I'm literally gonna dig in the bag and find some dried bit of meat.
Yeah. You get the impression that this guy is, he's just, looking for an easy life.
He's a friendly chap. He just he look. If the same trick works over and over and over again, that's fine. And yes, most of the time, 99% of all people you meet just dies flat of anything you eat and drink.
I mean, it
get
also doesn't help that, again, most people don't know that troll flesh is toxic.
No, but again, I mean, I can't blame him. He lives a natural life. I don't have any against trolls, to be honest.
He's living his best life.
I mean,
He certainly is.
I'd definitely take him up on a challenge, but that's pretty much, just for fun. Just to see how hard he hits. I know I would probably be bashed up, but it would be fun just to take him around.
I mean, we are on a rot farm. There's plenty of clear space now that he cleared out my mushrooms.
Problem is, he heals faster.
He certainly does.
Don't get me wrong, I can take a beating, probably more than him, but he will just heal it up.
Yep.
It's gone so weird.
Yeah.
Sitting
So
there
yeah,
like, I'm bored.
you give him the bags of stuff, and he kind of chuckles and says, "Thank you. Yeah, if you just come by whenever it's time and let me know, and I'll sort things out for you."
If they show up before us, don't challenge them. We kind of need them right now.
Can I eat them after?
Yeah.
I make no promises.
That's not a no.
It's also
All
not a
right.
yes.
See you around.
Later, Zal.
And he kind of starts wandering off, and he says, "Not a no."
Not a yes.
As I sit down, I like him.
Zal's a good guy.
The first decent chap I met in the underworld.
Yeah, he's the reason why this is my second rot farm. He literally ate the entire contents of my first rot farm.
Can I remove the blindfold now?
He's a good guy.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I gotta wash everything. Clean the filters. It's like there's something in there now. It's like sticky. What even is that?
It's troll musk. You get used to it.
I gotta scrub it clean.
I'm gonna do like this, like boing on my shield, and it glows up. I literally cast a light spell, and I walk over and have a look at what he's going through. It's not that bad. I'm gonna flick off the spider, and it doesn't matter that much. You're good.
Has a toothbrush, kind of cleaning the filter, air filters.
I mean,
Put on some mint, like toothpaste, kind of like for later.
so while we're waiting for that, I guess we should try and decipher some of the evidence we have.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
So we're pretty much in agreement that he was taking students and doing something to them at this point. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
And they are definitely in the mirror also, the students.
Now, do we assume that Karen is the only one, or do we assume that the mimics were also?
Unsure. I mean,
I-
if they are, they don't have a memory of being
I-
student.
Don't think the mimics are.
Oh.
I think maybe the one in the bedroom is,
And that's because they are extra dangerous.
because they seem more coherent than even Karen did. But Karen was also in front of the window, so that might have hampered her a bit.
Yeah.
So
And we kinda. Fuck, I kinda need to go back to my. We still have the ingredients to the thing they were building. And what we figured out basically was to either weaponize the fire mind or to siphon it to do other stuff. Like basically they want to use the fire mind for something.
well, we know they want to use it. They want to use the strongest power on Ravnica.
Yeah.
Which is either the mana or the fire mind. It's one of the two. I said fire mind just because is it, and they're arrogant enough to believe that the fire mind is the most powerful force on Ravnica.
And yeah.
So what did you find in the cookbook? Because apparently you found stuff in the cookbook.
Out of character, Casey.
Mhm.
How would one set up a meeting with a superior in the guild?
You would contact your superior, whoever you check into, and request it. And then if they thought it was worthwhile, they would submit the request up the chain, etc., until it got to the person it needed to, depending on how high up the chain they are. Or until someone thought you were being an idiot and said no.
Right, so Doven, what do you know about the Great Labyrinth?
You mean the implicit maze?
That's the thing.
I know that there was a fiasco with it a few years back. I know that all of the guilds had maze runners in it. I know that's where we got the Living Guild Pact from. And I know that things almost went really, really bad with it.
What's at the center of it? It's a trick question. I know. I'm checking what you know.
I mean, I would assume whatever led to the Living Guild Pact being a thing.
You know what's also in there?
No,
Never.
I wasn't our maze runner.
Niv miss it. He's in the fucking maze.
I mean, considering the fact he was the one that brought all the maze runners together, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, and he's in there. And I have this crazy idea. Maybe we should go talk to him.
You want us to go through the implicit maze.
How hard could it be? Others did it, right? And they aren't as awesome as we.
Do you understand the ramifications of trying to go through the implicit maze?
Casey, I want to know what the so outside of the game, I have a
Uh-huh.
rough idea because I remember the magic cards around it. Can I please roll on this one? Because
You
in-game
certainly can,
probably
yeah.
wouldn't have known. I'll roll an Arcana and history.
Yep.
Don't have advantage on Arcana, so screw on that one. History sucks, so you know.
Okay, you actually no because you were alive during the events. I am going to say that you do have advantage on your history. So you make the history of it. You understand what happened, but not the technical implications of how it happened.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So what is it exactly about the maze running that you are trying to remember?
Are you asking me?
No,
Kim.
I am thinking. I don't know which part is it would be the most relevant because if we're gonna go through it, it's kind of like how it came to be, I guess. Or what it is by generalization.
I
Okay.
don't.
Term.
In
'Cause-
generalization, what you know is that the implicit maze, which the implicit maze was somehow involved in the creation of the original Guild Pact.
Yeah.
It was discovered 10,000 years later by Niv-Mizzet,
Yeah.
with
I know that part.
help of others,
Mm.
and it ended in each of the guilds choosing a champion, a maze runner, to attempt to complete the maze, and that the completion of the maze renewed the failing guild pact in the form of Jace Bellerin, the living guild pact.
Is the play is
That's
also
the-
called
yeah,
the
that's the
Dragon's
basics.
Maze?
Yeah.
It was
is.
called the
Yeah, it
Dragon's
is.
Maze because Niv-Mizzet was the one that found it, that
yeah.
started the whole thing. Yeah.
So,
But you still have to go through still have to go through the maze though. You have to go through the promenade. What's it called again?
Transguild Promenade.
Yeah, that one. I will still know that part, I assume.
Well, you know that the Transguild Promenade was where the maze started.
Yeah, I wouldn't know
Every-
anything about the maze
Everyone
itself.
knows that,
Yeah.
but no one knows where to go from there to actually part of the maze was finding the maze.
Yeah, exactly. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
That was
Another
the
part was
first
going through
challenge.
the guild gates.
Yes, but that was the first step the maze runners had to accomplish, was going to the promenade and finding their way into the maze.
Right. I'm just.
Zedric,
Yeah.
there was a reason why the guilds chose the people they chose.
Mhm.
It wasn't a case of anybody could run through that. Like I don't even know what was going on in there, but I know there was a reason why we sent a troll that could wreck everything in his line of sight. The
Sure.
implicit maze is not a walk in the park, man.
But it's not about strength.
Right.
Not all of it, I would assume.
The maze is supposed to test all sides of you.
Yeah.
You had to be not only a champion of the mind, but a champion of the heart and the champion of the body.
All right.
Yeah, just throwing it out there. This was the Is It Maze Runner.
He looks
Yeah.
fancy.
Well, it was the first Is It Maze Runner. Rawl killed him and then took his place.
Well, yeah.
Did
but
he?
This was the
What-
one.
was it-
Yes.
did he actually
Raul
kill him?
Zarek.
Rawl
Raul
Zarek
Zarek killed
Ah.
Mela.
I didn't
Killed
think
Mel.
he
Oh
actually
shit!
killed him.
Cedric's name is even close to his. I didn't realize that. Log
Yeah.
Cedric. Okay, shit.
Raul Zarek, yeah.
Yeah, Raul killed
Fuck.
Melik.
I did not realize.
The person whose art you're using.
Yeah. I realized that that it was like a planeswalker, but I didn't realize that then even the names were so close
There
together.
you go.
Okay. Well, in that case, Cedric is clearly the biggest fanboy ever of this guy, and he made the race through the maze. So why couldn't Cedric?
I mean, let's deal with one problem as we go, because
Alright.
like if we're gonna go through the maze, let's make it so we're not arrested while we're going through the maze.
Oh yeah, I mean, sure. I'm just saying that. Like,
I also don't
something
think
is
going
happening
through the
in there.
maze is a great idea, but if the maze had the power to make a guild pact, then maybe it could be involved with whatever's going on now.
I just know that something's happening there, and I kind of need to talk to Niv Mizzet, like a face to face.
I do not like the idea of going up to one of the Pyroons.
I mean, like, hi, I'm a big fan of yours.
You
I
don't
wanna
go
check
up
a thing.
to the message to say you're a big fan of it.
Well,
I mean, you're dumb, but you're not that dumb.
I
mean, I
mean,
don't
he's a
start out with
dragon,
that.
so saying hi, I'm a big fan, might put us in some favor. He is a
I mean-
dragon, they are conceded.
Right. I just want to point out that it won't be the whole point of my conversation with him. The whole point of it is I'm gonna test, like, and he's gonna hold up the cookbook, test a phrase, and that will answer so many questions.
Really?
I don't.
Test it, and either he reacts very poorly or very great. I don't really know what's the reaction is supposed to be. That it didn't say, but I just know there's gonna be one.
I mean, goddamn.
I'm just
this
giving that a
maze.
minute to sink in.
I don't know what's worse: meeting one of the Pyroons or running the maze. Both sound like horrible ideas.
Yeah, I mean, there might be a way to talk to him without running the maze. I don't know. I just know that he is there, but he maybe isn't there all the time. Maybe he's commuting to and from work. You know, grab a cup of coffee, newspaper, head to the maze, head back, relax a bit,
I mean,
do a nice sleep, do it all again. Clock
okay,
in, clock out.
let's solve the Azorius problem.
All right, yeah, let's table that for later. Yeah, but I mean, it's not often like you have like a thing you can say to your like guild leader that will make him go whoa. Like usually we petition like reports papers that we send him, and he often goes meh, which is like hurts our feelings. But not this time. Not this time. This time he will go whoa, Cedric. I see you. I respect you. I love you. I mean, maybe not the last part. Maybe in time. I mean, I shouldn't
Cedric,
really rush
Cedric,
back.
you're rambling.
Oh, sorry. I got very excited.
Apparently. Okay, so what else do we have besides apparently running the implicit maze? Because I still think that's a horrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
What could be a bad idea about that? I don't really understand.
We have. We could try to decipher. I mean, again, I don't really think we should. I think we need to do more research regarding deciphering is it research notes before we actually try that again with the Molotov notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we could try to acquire a book about like how famous is it researchers have in history protected their secrets. 101. Is it study in red and blue?
I don't have any idea of how to do that.
Right. Could we, Casey, correct me if I'm
Mhm.
wrong, but could Mulgar just as an Simic just go into the Isit campus and library and rent a book, or do you need to be Isit for it?
You would need to be Izzet for that.
Can I have like a guild seal. Could I borrow it to him, and he can use it for identification, or do you need to kind of match identification papers to a name and something like that?
Well, let me just ask if you, Madman, showed up at a police station with someone else's ID and said that they said that you could come pick up some stuff.
Well, I'm thinking this is a campus though, and I don't think.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you went to a campus with a student's ID and said, "Hey, I'm this person," what do you think would happen with that?
I think the librarian would be so tired of her life and would not even check it and go, just send anything over.
As a librarian, as a former librarian, I can tell you that's not how that works.
Okay. Well, shit. I
So
could go-
Maltov's notes are on the back burner.
Do we know if is it care if you have a warrant out on your arrest?
Sometimes depends on the Izzet. Depends on what the warrant's for.
I was about to say, I apparently, I assumed the Izzet would have plenty of warrants for destruction of public property on their records.
Yeah, but this time it's kind of blowing out the boiler work, so maybe they take it personal because it's their stuff this time that blew up.
This is true.
On purpose also, which is even worse. Accidentally, that's fine, but on purpose.
Let's
Okay. Yeah.
Maltov's notes because that's evidence. We need to solve. We need to not be arrested. Just decipher Maltov's notes. Oh God, this is awful.
Fuck.
Oh,
Maybe
wait.
We should.
If only we had some way to pass ourselves off as officers of the Guild Pact.
Yeah, but we have one more of those.
That lasts
We-
for 8 hours as long as we don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, but do we really want to use it for a book about how to open up research notes?
Fair.
I'm thinking, if anything, maybe one of us, but not all of us should waste our last charge on that. Like, Cedric could maybe, that knows what he's looking for. Just get in, get out. But,
I got nothing.
yep. For now, let's just wait. It
Okay.
might just be a return letter saying "fuck you." You're
Okay, so no, but Tobin's seriously gonna look at Cedric and go, "What did you find in the cookbook?"
Yeah, that's it. That's
That's all you found was the implicit maze.
no. And he kind of opens up like page 45 and then skips over to 60 and then back to 3 and kind of just shows circled words, underlined words and stuff like that, and saying, no, it there's a combined, phrase that that I can or someone can say to miss it, which will gather some kind of reaction.
You have a response, by the way, Madman.
Oh,
A letter arrives for you during the course of that day.
okay. Yep. Hey, Dovan, do you have like a lighter or something? I just want to burn this fucking thing.
You're on Is It? You should have like plenty of ways to burn things. Is he gonna meet with us or
you're
not?
right. Well, he gave us a name, and he very courteously pointed us in a direction in a very polite manner, and he will crumble the letter and put it in his pocket.
You're not going to read it out to them?
Well, yeah, I guess he'll listen to this fucker. Right? Fuck you, you scar-faced firemonger. I don't have a scar. It's a scratch that's permanent. Read these words very carefully, you bumbling stereotype of streetlight mechanic. It's an honest profession, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. All right? I'm not going to meet with you, which answers that. You can keep interfering with my work. I'm happy that I actually have that kind of effect. Leave me be in your dreams, bitch. What do you need? I don't want to speak to you. Certainly not right again, and certainly not me. Well, hang on. And certainly to not make your request to Demiras Solomon at the main sorting office instead. Now go away. So, I think he's saying we should talk to Derimas Solmor. So, is that?
Can you not like? Are the Is It capable of not pissing people off?
Hey, I'll send him. I'll send him a gift. Maybe that will make him less angry with us. Right. So, can I? You are great at clay. Like, I wanna make a fist that when you open up the package, it springs out and hits you in the face. Can we make that happen? No. I'll get to it later. It's fine.
How about you just leave him alone? How about you give the man time to cool off, or woman, or whatever?
Sure. I don't even care. We have a name, we have a location, someone to talk to, and talk to.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for someone to have the magic words of how could it possibly go wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that. I refuse. I'm in denial at the moment. What's coming next?
And drunk as shit on troll liquor. Casey, I will wrap up a new package to send to my dear friend again, though, as a
Okay.
response.
The one who's just said don't contact him again?
Yes, I'm gonna contact him again within the day. But I'm just gonna drop it off as we are heading towards this guy.
Man, the Is It just love pissing people off, don't they?
Yeah.
Interrupting people's work, blowing holes in walls.
I'm actually impressed that
I now have to
Speak
tell
of.
Zol that he can keep the mushrooms, but the person's not meeting with us. That was like a lot
Right.
of mushrooms.
Sorry, you guys cut out there. Sorry, I lost what you're gonna. Okay, that's what you're sending. You're sending him that.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Oh God.
What is he doing?
Something dumb. Let's face it.
It's gonna be
Okay, you're sending him that. Got it.
I'm gonna ask both of you while we walk. I have an idea.
okay.
Just so in case something should happen. I have been studying a trick for a little while, and I think I got it right.
All right. I like experimentation.
Good. I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder.
Whose shoulder?
Your.
I like this experimentation less now.
So I'll look at him.
I'm excited.
Don't
Now
worry.
that you're subject.
It only hurts for a second, and then I'm gonna cast Mark on him.
Mark?
Basically, if you have a Arcana, you can probably figure out what it does.
Currently. Do you sure you want that? You sure you want that?
It's like a tattoo.
Oh, fuck!
This allows you to choose one creature or object. You establish a permanent link. You establish a permanent link with the subject in your mind. You sure you want that?
You should read the rest. There's a reason for it.
Depending on...
You can at any time spend an action to determine the direction and general distance of the subject, as well as a physical condition. More information can be learned depending on the nature of the subject. If the subject is a coin, you know where the possession is. If it's a door, you know the last person that touched it. If a creature,
Yeah,
you learn its current
that's-
mental state.
Yeah, that's worrying.
Oh, shit!
I mean, to be fair, my character is going to start wearing mood mark paint, so it does basically the same thing.
Yeah, but do you really want to have an is its mental state in your mind?
No.
Fuck.
Kim knows what you're thinking.
Yeah, if you resist, if you want to resist, you can resist. I'm not even gonna try penetrating anything.
Yeah, I mean, can you read my mind?
No,
Just your mood.
Yeah.
it's just well, I'm angry. I'm afraid. I am that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm sure. He has a cool patch like now that's glowing.
It's just no,
Ooh.
it's just a tattoo.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's
It's just
and
a tattoo.
yeah. It's just it's a tiny little mark. It's by this size.
All
It's
right.
like literally the size of a coin.
Zoom in. It's the Boros insignia.
No, actually, it's not. It's the mark on my shield.
It's his. He's marked you with his personal crest.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm gonna turn around to Dovin. Your turn.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Understand something very, very important about the Golgari? We are not the Selesnya. We do not like people in our heads. No.
I'm not in your head.
No.
If you understood what I just did, you will understand that I'm not in your head. And I don't want to be in your head either. Yeah, I kind of gather that.
I'm off camera
No.
for a second, guys, but I can still hear you.
This is the basics. Is that we want to know where you can literally use the dispel magic and it goes away.
Velen?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Look, if I am to keep your ass alive, and we're gonna go through what we are about to go through, this is the safest way.
We are not going through anything super dangerous at the moment.
Keyword being at the moment. Let me ask you a
And-
better question. Where's the fourth person right now?
Who the knows with him?
Is he dead?
That's on him. I will point this out to you, Velen. Very importantly, I always stay by the party by the group for one very important reason. Because when you idiots get yourself hurt, I'm the one who has to heal you.
Yes.
So
Velen,
why
So
would
that makes you vital to us. So I need
So
to
then-
keep you even more safe.
I am perfectly capable of keeping myself safe.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, I am the one that's keeping you safe by being a stubborn prick. Doesn't change the fact that I still want to know where you are
No.
to make sure you're safe. Yes.
No.
Look, accepted. This will happen.
The minute you do it to me, I will dispel it. If you do it to me again, I will dispel it. It will never be on me for more than like 5 seconds. Don't waste your time.
I mean, Velen, you should realize that mind probing is a yes or no answer. Like,
But
I'm very for
it's-
it.
It's not mind probing. That's the thing. It's literally
Ah.
knowing a direction.
No.
It's just making sure you're safe.
Is it that? What happens if I do?
If
skip
I get
removal?
separated from the group and you need to find me, and he snaps his fingers and Suresh appears on his shoulder, I have a way to let you know where I am.
That isn't reliable for 2 seconds.
That is actually quite reliable.
No.
Yes.
Look, just accept it. This will happen at one point.
And the
Okay.
minute it does, I dispel it.
And this conversation got really weird.
Yeah, this seems a bit forceful, man. I'm getting uncomfortable.
Fine. Look,
You have the feeling
You-
aroused.
if you get killed, that's on you. If he gets killed, now that's on me.
I am perfectly fine with that.
Okay. I warned you. Oh, and don't make zombies. Because I will hack them down. Every
Great
single
labor.
or I will dispel them every single time.
I don't think you can dispel something that has an instantaneous duration.
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
No, I'm asking out of character.
Out
You
of
can?
game, yes, I can, because I can take an ongoing instantaneous effect and remove it.
But that's the thing. It's not an ongoing sustained effect. It's an instantaneous duration for animate dead.
It's a creation. It's not an ongoing effect.
Ah, so it's you can't do counterspell then. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You could counterspell it at the
You
point
can-
of casting.
You
Oh
can't.
yeah,
dispel
but
it
you
after
can't
the
can't
full
dispel after it.
Yeah.
It's a case of the magic comes, happens, and then that is the new normal. There is no ongoing.
All right. So this got weird. Let's go to the post office.
Okay, so you guys are heading to which post office are you heading to?
Well, the main schedule, the thing, the main sorting office.
Okay. So you're heading up into the Azorius area.
Ah, shit.
That moment of realization.
Hmm. All right. New plan. we activate the rings. Go there to talk to the guy. And if everything works out and we still have time left, we go and get that book real quick, and then we head on the ground again. So it becomes like a full day of stuff. What do you think?
I love that
I-
moment realization drops.
I think that's not viable because for us to get back into the sewers and get to the library and doing everything there, our rings are probably going to run out. So it's one or the other. Like
Well,
what?
Malgar still has a ring though, right? So technically, we still have two monsters
My level of trust in Malgar is quite low
there. Well, I mean,
because, as Ellen did so kindly point out, he's not here right now. He
yeah,
does have this really nasty habit of disappearing when we need him.
that's true. He has a neck to get out
So
of trouble. So what is more viable? To get the book from this library or to talk to this guy
well,
from...
what are we asking the Demir? What are we asking him?
Oh, to them to poke around in my head and bring out the memories
Okay.
of the thing. Of Molotov, specifically.
Okay.
I have minor illusion. I don't know. Can they just scan it? Like...
I don't know. I don't even know if the Izzet still does that stuff. I know that's what. Not the Izzet, the Demir.
They run the post office. I mean, That's kind of like mind reading, right?
That is tampering with the mail, sir.
That
is a federal offense.
All right. I mean, maybe we don't all need to go there. That way we don't like exclude one or the other. Like I obviously need to go, so I can have my mind poked, but maybe not
Well,
everyone.
There's not enough of us here. We're splitting up as viable at the moment.
Yeah. Let's go to this shrink.
Can I also point out the fact, just because I'm being nice for once,
Yeah.
that you're not necessarily going somewhere to get your mind poked because you didn't ask him about that.
That's
If
true.
you read the message again and see what he actually said.
Yeah.
And then also
true.
think about the fact of who would need to go to the Is It library to get a book.
Ah, you mean that? Okay. Ah, I understand. You
So
know, okay.
so how does splitting up work now?
All right. It works because someone can go talk to the dude as with the activated ring, and it doesn't need to be me because basically
So-
we need to go there and make an appointment. He can come to the Undercity, the shrink that is, and I can go to the library and get the book, and then we all meet down in the Undercity again.
I have a feeling asking a Demir Psionic to make a house call just, I don't know. I don't think they'd be happy with that.
I mean,
Our insurance might not cover that either, so I mean I'm in the United States. I know my insurance doesn't cover that.
I mean that's my pitch.
Uh,
And we also need to be ready to give them something in return.
yeah, that
I'm
that
pretty
is
sure.
something to-
Yeah, and I don't know what to give them. I'm not sure they're that interested in money.
No, but if this person is psionic and the Demir do still do that stuff, they're probably interested in information.
I have information in my head. I wonder what they will do with it.
Probably nothing good.
They will steal all my inventions. Oh no.
No.
Maybe I can release one patent.
You have a weird sense of priorities. You just told me that there is something about us going into the implicit maze to talk to Niv Mizzet with a phrase.
Oh, that's also a thing.
Yes.
Hmm.
Poor Casey looks like he was about to lose it there.
Can I write it down? Hit my head really hard so I forget it? Nah, shit, that's the point because I forgot it. He will. No. How about I think really hard on not it?
I'm just still really laughing about how Madman has interpreted some of the information I've given him.
It's not about
Not-
how I, rather how Cedric does.
Okay. How Madman has guided Zedric to interpret the information.
Drama.
Not that I'm saying you might possibly want to reread the letter, but
Oh. Okay.
I don't mean the one you got tonight. I mean the previous one that you had.
All right.
From your last correspondence with him.
Yeah. Okay.
Wheels are turning.
Thought I smelled burning rubber. So while he's figuring that out, Roll20
Yeah.
did something very, very weird to me the other day.
What's that?
It listed my Eberron game that's not looking for players in the looking for players.
Huh.
I like 5 apps, and I'm like, this was an error. I don't know why Roll20 did it, but we're currently not taking applications for the game.
Oh, speaking of applications, if we want another player, I might have one.
Ah.
A guy that I work with is interested in D&D.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I will say, though,
Yeah.
he started with Dungeons and Dragons and has not played seriously since 2nd edition.
Oh, so it's old school.
So he started with Edition 1 and has not played since AD&D.
Uh-huh. No. AD&D 2nd edition.
Okay. That's right, because there's D&D
Yes.
2nd edition and there's AD&D 2nd edition. There are 2 different ones.
Yes, there are. Yeah. So he has skipped 3, 4, and 5. But after talking to him today, he said that he does have a copy of some of the 5th edition PDFs, and he was going to have a look over at them, but that he might be interested in playing.
Sounds cool. Yeah.
But I'm gonna send him a link to the YouTube and let him do some reading up. But yeah, if we are still looking for a player, might have us one.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a little bit eclectic, but yeah, he's a good guy. I really like him.
Okay, cool.
He's our head of infosec as well. So
That's why you like him.
no, I like him because he's very much into VR and tech and all the same stuff I am.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of need one more player. So
Yeah, I
I'm
think
cool with
another would do us well. Cool. I'll send him the links and we'll see how it goes. Right. Have we
Dude,
given you time to
I mean,
read?
I think I might be too stupid to figure it out. Can I get a lifeline? Can I use 50-50? Call a friend?
I'm going to highlight the paragraph that I'm talking about that I think you might be misunderstanding.
Okay.
And it's that one.
Yeah, that's the part I read.
I think I think you're
Oh, the last
interpreting a
part.
location. No, the second sentence there. Working feverishly.
Mm.
I think you're interpreting a location.
Yeah.
It's not
that's
actually
true.
implied by the letter.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just giving you a little lifeline there because I think that Zedric would work it out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but we're still not doing that right now anyhow.
True.
Yeah.
I was just because that kept getting brought up. I thought I would
Yeah, that's true.
give you a little bit of a steer.
Yeah. Cool. The thing still holds though that we can still get talk to the Demir and get the book at the same time.
Okay, so you're splitting the party. Who's going which way?
Hey Dovan, do you want to talk to a scary Demir post office dude worker? Doesn't sound scary when you say post office worker.
Okay.
Right. I'll go to the library, get our books. And Velen? Yeah, I'm Velen. I want to take a good hard look at Cedric and what he's doing because I don't trust him. Well, that's very insulting. Why would you say that? But all right. All right. I will follow your lead, Cedric.
You would
Werewolf.
never say that.
Kind of.
You would never say that.
No. No. Okay. So Zedric is headed to the Izzet library to find a book on what again?
Books about how to decipher research notes written by eccentric Izzet, or
I'll be right back.
about how other Izzets have tried to decipher their notes. Basically, I'm trying to gain an insight on how to read these notes without them bursting into flame, and basically circumventing those precautions he has set up by taking examples from how other people did it and stuff like that, and matching that with my experience when I tried to decipher them.
Okay. Well, you do make it to the library, no problem.
Mhm.
You do have your Izzet seal, so that's no problem getting in.
Mhm.
You are in disguise?
Yep.
Okay. They do find it a bit odd that you're showing up wearing Guild Pact clothing with an Izzet seal.
Well, I used to be
But-
Izzet.
Yeah, I would say, but there are members of the Guild Pact who went into the Guild Pact from guilds, so that isn't unheard of. Give me just a straight charisma or a persuasion. Persuasion.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. No one asks you too many questions. And then roll me an investigation check to see how well you do at finding the book you need.
Do I have advantage because Velen is helping me look? Then again, it's Velen.
Actually, you have an advantage because it's a very well organized library.
It is? Holy shit,
Yes.
okay. Well,
I had the
33.
same thought.
Yeah.
I mean, there are 5 different types of card cataloging systems, but when you cross-reference them, it actually makes it very easy to find things. So you find a book that you believe will give you the information that you need, and I assume you check it out and depart.
Yeah, I mean, we have 8 hours for this. So, if possible, we'll start like skipping through it and see if it kind of matches what I'm looking for. If not, I will continue to kind of combine that with other books. Like maybe that will point me towards a follow-up book or something else that I
Okay.
need to.
Roll Arcana.
12.
Okay, and then roll me another investigation.
Advantage again.
No, just normal this time.
24.
Okay. You end up after a couple hours with a total of 3 books,
Mm-hmm.
which you believe between them will give you a pretty decent idea of at least the principle of what you're looking for.
Set notes. Okay, cool. I'm gonna say I am taking these, and I'll bring them back later. Goodbye. This is how I talk.
Apparently, you're a Loxodon.
The librarian looks at you a bit oddly and says, perhaps in your time with the Guild Pact, you've been away a while, but the books will mystically return themselves on the 15th day. There's no need to return them, unless you wish to bring them back before then.
Knew that, of course, but I wish to return them sooner.
Seriously,
For
you're now a
your-
Loxodon.
Convenience.
Very, very well, thank you.
No. Thank you. So much. Goodbye.
It's probably my grandkids' influence at this point. I'm picturing that sloth from Zootopia now.
Yeah, yeah. Flash. Okay, 3 books.
That's it, Flash, yeah.
Yeah. Not off. That's bad English, Jacob. Stop that. Books. 3 books on how to decipher weird illicit notes. There we go.
Okay. Meanwhile, Dovin,
Yup.
you're heading to the main sorting office of the post office.
I don't know how
Is
this
that
gonna
correct?
work. I mean, I'm literally sitting here going, okay, how am I pulling this off? Because
I'd like to know as well.
well, I'm going to use the undercity paths to get as close to the post office as possible, so I don't have to. So I can wait till the last minute to activate the ring.
That'll get you within a couple blocks, maybe 10 minutes walk.
All right, activate the ring. Going to take the Shenvra form again.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be my last card in that ring.
You get asked, what did you use the book for? Going to the library and the post office.
I just want to do normal stuff, dude.
I'm going to head inside and say I need to speak to the person in charge. I'm going to flash my identity papers for the Shenvra identity.
You want to speak to the person in charge?
Well, I'm asking for the name that Zedric gave, which I can't pronounce because he didn't write it down on the thing, so I don't know how it's pronounced. Thanks for that, madman.
Madman, are you going to give
No.
him the name of the person he's looking to speak to?
Yeah, I did. I did say it. And I also wrote it in chat if you scroll up.
Oh yeah, Daramus.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm asking for Daramus Salmore.
Daramus. Yes, please, give me just a moment and I'll see if I can locate him. And 5-10 minutes pass, and not necessarily a manager, but someone who's not at one of the teller desks walks up to you and says, "Pardon, sir. I believe you were asking to speak with Mr. Daramus Solmore."
That is correct.
Very well. Right this way. I assume it is important, obviously, for someone of your stature to have come during his shift. I'll take you to him.
Yep. Thank you very much.
And you are led back behind the rows of tellers, down a little, like an employee corridor, to a little. You start looking around and you realize that you're being led to a janitor's office.
It's fine.
And he says, Daramus, stop sleeping on the job in there. Someone important is here to see you. And the guy kind of stands up and clears his throat and says, "Pardon, he's just inside. I'll wait at the end of the hallway to show you back out when you're ready."
Yep. I'm
And-
still going to knock because it's polite.
The door opens, and you see sat at a desk inside a kind of half asleep, kind of gently drooling with his afternoon nap, elderly human wearing janitor's clothing. What do you want?
I step in, close the door behind me. Mr. Selmore,
Yeah?
I am in need of some assistance, and I'm hoping you're the person who can do so.
Who sent you?
Well, your name was passed on to me by an informant that I would rather not name at this time.
Hard to work for somebody you don't know.
Yes, I find
Recommended
that's
by somebody you don't know.
the person gave your name to a mutual acquaintance, well, an acquaintance of theirs and mine.
Who was that?
An individual named Zederick.
He kind of stops for a second, and you can see he's almost kind of examining the broom that he has leaned up against his desk. And he kind of sighs and he goes, right, what can I do for you?
I am in need of obtaining some information, and I am hoping you're the person that can help me do so, or at least lead me to someone who can help me do so.
What kind of information?
Information in somebody's head that's kind of scrambled at the moment.
Head work.
Yes.
Complicated. Often dangerous. Type
Preferably
of payment?
Sorry?
Type of payment?
Probably more information for you as well, and if money is required, I can attempt to offer some. Unfortunately, the amount of money that has been budgeted to me for this operation is not as high as it should have been.
It's either going to be a lot of money and a little bit of information, or a little money and a lot of information.
How much is the lot of money, little information?
Mind work. Professional kind. I assume it's not an easy job.
Are you familiar with Zederick?
Only by reputation.
He has his own file in the Demir.
Yes. Well, that would be the information that the mind work is for.
It's kind of the thing
He's
that
the one with the
makes this
information.
sound when you put down the file.
Right. So, a lot of money, little information. Going to run you about 900.
And how much would it cost for the lot of information, a little money?
100. Still got to cover travel costs, implementations, cleanup. You know, the usual.
Clean up.
I would prefer to keep Mr. Wolfsheim's mind as intact as possible. Already damaged enough.
We can make the attempt.
There's more information in there that might be of service to you as well.
And with the low price, that's what we'll be looking for.
As well as probably some information outside of his mind that you might find useful.
Speak no more. I'm just the messenger.
Yep.
That's what we do here at the post office, you know.
Very well.
Do you have a location?
Yes, and I give them.
He as you go to say it, he kind of holds up his hand, and he takes out a piece of paper out of the desk, and he says, "Write it here. I don't want to see it."
Fair enough. And I take my shield and I hold it up so he actually can't even see how I'm writing. To use that to brace to write.
This dude is very
I
professional.
write it down, fold it up as tight as possible so that even the writing is blocked by the folds from behind, and hand it to him. And it's
Okay.
the location of the troll's home.
He says, make sure you put a date and time as well.
So I am gonna put down for the next day at around what would be 4 p.m.
If you just say 4 p.m., we'll say mid-afternoon. It would be something of that nature. I'm just going to mute and go AFK just a second. My dogs are going mad.
Yep.
Cool. So just to catch you up, Kim. Basically, we split the party. You and I, we went to the library, check out some books about how to decipher this thing. And Doven went to the mail office and talked to a janitor who is totally only a janitor and nothing else. And
It's fun.
So we're going to have to give them a lot of information because I do not have 900 gold to give them.
yeah.
You do?
I'm not gonna give it to them. I do.
Yeah, I think we should go the information route.
So what information do we have to give them? I mean, we're going to have to give them the stuff that we really don't want to give them, but we need to get the wet work done.
Out of characters, there's stuff in Cedric's head that will be payment in full.
So I have perfect recollection.
You do? That's perfect because
I know one of the things I'm going to give them is the black spore.
Yeah. Now, there's a reason my guy's a witch hunter. He remembers everything about everything. He just doesn't like it.
I am back.
Right.
Well, next, remind me so I remember. If you have perfect memory, like the feet
Yeah.
thing, you need to be with us when we try to decipher the notes, because last time the issue was that it was momentarily visible and then it exploded. So if you could just photocopy it before it explodes,
And then
It
just
solves
let
the
it explode
problem.
in your face.
exactly, then it will solve our problems. Like if we fail, it would be a good fail safe.
So I'm also
So
going to
you
tell
write
them
all of the information down.
I'm also going to say on it to tell them to ask for Dovin and everything, because at that point I'm not going to have disguise anymore at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right,
you take that, hand it back to him. Kind of, I assume you fold it over so that he can't.
Like I said, I folded it in even a way where, like, if there was an imprint on the back, even that is covered by fold. So.
And you watch as he takes it from you, flips it over a couple times in his fingers, and then hands it back to you, and he says, "Thank you."
Thank you very much for the help.
Now, get out. Busy.
Yep.
And you depart. I'm assuming at some point you will look at the page that he handed back to you.
Yeah.
And on it there is a name.
Okay.
Kravik Astonmore.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. Is anyone planning anything else for this day?
I got
Start
nothing.
reading the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I mean, we're 3 people, there are 3 books. We won't read everything. Won't be able to read everything during one night. We could just do a rotation thing, a book circle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I will say that the books are going to take you a couple days to get through. They're quite involved tomes.
Yeah.
And anyone who does not have the Arcana skill is going to struggle to glean anything from them.
So
Yeah.
Velen.
Yeah, but I'm
Actually,
thinking.
no, Velen, I think, has Arcana.
So
He's
then
a
all
witch
3 of
hunter,
us do.
remember?
Okay,
Well, there you
but
go.
I'm thinking Velen still has the perfect memory. So even if he
Mhm.
doesn't remember shit, we can still use him. Like, what was it on page 96? Like,
Yeah.
So we can use him like a wiki for
Mhm.
fast references.
He actually
Okay.
has expertise in Arcana.
Oh shit! Nice.
Hmm. Yeah, about to say he's quite good with Arcana. Yeah. Okay. So you head back to your camp. You study the books. No one doing anything else.
I'm going to inform them of what happened. Tell them that we're waiting for a very specific person.
Okay.
And that they're going to meet us at the troll's house. And then I'm also going to, after I get down and everything, dismiss the ring, head to Zul and tell him, okay, it's going to be tomorrow mid-afternoon.
He basically says that's fine.
We'll
You
try
noticed
to
he's
get...
been you noticed that he's been through about half a bag of mushrooms today since you've left him.
All right, see you tomorrow, Zul. We'll try to get here before they have a chance to arrive.
Okay.
How much progress can I write down on the books?
Let's say it's going to take you 2 days with the three of you going after it. So
I
you're
would say
halfway.
I would say though that it would be good with some overlap, so not just one book each, but
Yeah, so then in that case, because you're kind of being very fine-tuned about it, say 3 days in total.
okay.
So you're
one after
1/3 of
three.
what you're... Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
The next day, you got the entire morning available. You're fairly secure in your homestead.
Can I use it to go to the bathroom?
The books? Yes.
No, our morning. Fuck. I will be right back.
Where's Kim gone this time?
I don't know. He's vanished a lot today.
Well, are you doing anything on the morning since everyone else is
I'm just
abandoned?
readjusting some spells.
Okay.
So I have to look at my my stuff, so I make sure that my circle spells are always prepared.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, we'll just give them a minute to get back then, and then we'll skip ahead to the afternoon, where the fun begins.
Circle spells.
I have a feeling that you might be the one person in the group who's going to recognize some of what's about to happen.
It's going to be one of those leech creatures.
No, not at all.
Wasted opportunity.
No, I think you might actually freak out at this a bit more than that. I have a feeling that you're going to have a realization whenever the person gives their full name and title that the others are not going to end. And your camera has gone fuzzy again.
It's my autofocus. There it goes. You there, Casey?
I'm back. Yes, you cut out for a minute there.
I think it was your end.
Possibly. I was trying to tell you that your camera froze and then realized
Yeah.
that
it was I'd heard that, and it's the autofocus on it.
Mm-hmm. Can you disable that?
I'm
No,
back,
not
bitches.
anymore. They removed that. They removed Microsoft Live Studio, so you can't change all the settings anymore.
How great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Okay. So, the afternoon arrives uneventfully.
Wait.
Do we need a full day to study the books, or does this count as day 2 in the progress?
If you woke up and spent the entire morning studying again, I'll say we'll count that as day 2.
Cool. We'll do that.
Casey, it's
Okay.
not who I think it is.
I guess we'll see.
We will see. You arrive at the troll's nest, home, whatever they want to refer to it as.
Then.
As agreed, he is not there, so you have privacy. You arrive, you look around. The time for the meeting comes and goes. You don't see anyone. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Oh. Cedric is busy freaking out that someone is about to mess with his head. And it smells. It doesn't help. No. Different direction. I don't know what to do.
Dovin, you see this as it occurs. Cedric is having his little mini panic attack. One moment, there is no one behind him. And the next moment, there is a young woman with short black hair, wearing all black clothing, standing directly behind him. And Cedric, you hear as a voice speaks very softly behind you. Greetings. I'm Kravik.
What the fuck?
And she's just kind of standing there smiling. And as you kind of freak out, she continues. She says, I am Kravik, heiress of Zazdek, student of Siru.
I am Cedric Ulfheim, student of myself and teacher of myself.
So it's not him, but it's probably as bad.
Oh. You typing out her name? Kravik, Harris of Cedric, student.
Yup.
I'm writing that down.
Oh god. Both of those are bad.
Who else would they have sent?
As soon as he says Jadek, he's like, I'm sorry, what?
And she repeats her name and title.
So just to clarify, you're talking about Jadek, who was arrested during the Decamillennial incident, correct?
I mean, we wanted the best out of the best. That sounds like someone who knows what they're doing. Nice meeting you.
I'm just trying to think how much of...
It was Jadek's arrest that brought Demir into the public eye, which was what broke the Guild Pact. So it would have been a known thing, especially for Dovin, because he was alive during then.
Hold on. I'm locking it again.
Yep.
Jumpy, staticky, jumpy.
There we go. You're back.
Okay. Sorry, I only caught part of that. But Zadek, as in the... You might not actually even be aware, but the founder of House Demir.
I wouldn't know that he was the founder of House Demir, but I would know that he was arrested during the Decamillennial incident because that's what brought Demir into the limelight, which is what broke the Guild Pact.
Yes. So that is, yeah, you would probably be aware of that aspect of it, yes.
And Dovin was alive when that happened.
Yeah.
Can I make a history check to see if I also know this?
You can, yes.
I have a +0. Hey.
With a 15, you recognize that name has something to do with what brought Demir out of the shadows during the Decamillennial.
Ah.
You don't recognize specifically the significance of it.
Yeah.
But if this is their heir, this is somewhat of importance.
Yeah, you kinda, when you hear a fun name, like, you know it's important for some reason, because otherwise you wouldn't have a fun in your name. Like, yeah, you're like a important do this. That's nice. Hi.
And actually, Dovin, give me a history as well on Sirku.
Yeah, that I wouldn't know about. He wasn't a well-known thing.
Yeah, it would be very, very difficult for you to know about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Get out of there. Yeah, no, you've never heard of Sirku, so you don't know her. You don't know her master. From your expression, though, I'm assuming that out of character, you know her master.
Yep, Sirku, Demir Lobotomist, the original Demir champion.
That doesn't sound good. That was the important part. If someone were to say like, "Hey, this gal, she's like related to the biggest Dimir dude ever," I was like, "Yeah, they sent me
Actually,
the grade
apparently
A
he had
stuff."
no bearing on the story whatsoever. He was literally just created for a card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if someone were to say, "Hey, that's a student of the dude who scoops out people's brain," I would go, "Wait." So you remember the wrong part, like out of the two.
I remember the part that would be most known.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
he does.
yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
I-
It just doesn't help Cedric
When
right
you
now.
started going, for a Demir to mess around in your head,
Yeah.
that card was the first thing that came to mind because I love that card.
I actually thought we were going
Absolutely
along the
love
lines of like Glimpse the Unthinkable there.
it.
And that's what she's going to be doing to your brain, so.
Right. So
Huh. Was not aware that he had any heirs. Interesting. I am sure you were told to ask for me. I am Dovin, and this is Zedric, and Zedric will be your patient today.
hello. Is she hot?
Wonderful. Hmm?
Okay, yeah, I assume she is. All right.
Here, I'll give you a snap of...
No, that's fine. It's
I'm
not
just
that
picturing
type of
Estrada.
campaign.
No. Let's see. This is probably going to cause Chris to freak out again.
Oh, I know that card. What card is that? I actually don't remember what card that is. Was that from the new set?
I'll message it to you so that it doesn't give anything away to Madman.
Yep.
If my computer will ever load.
Okay. Evan Dangle and Rest.
Oh, that's not good. Why is it posting the entire thing in like code? Hold on, sorry.
My wizard spells. Okay, fine. Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
Right.
So she kind of takes a breath, and even though you hear her very clearly, she sounds like she's always whispering. And she says, "What information exactly is it that you are looking to retrieve?"
I'm happy you asked. By the way, Cedric, I'm just gonna check your hand.
Yes, that's of little importance. I'll know everything I need soon enough.
Right.
There's information in his head about an individual named Molotov Kirktrail.
See, there's this magic window, right? And it kind of dumped a shit ton of memories into my head, like half a year or something.
Zedric.
Yeah.
Compressed memories. Fine. Easy
Yeah.
enough.
It's in there. I can't discern it, but it's in there. So,
You should probably lay down for this.
like, the floor is sticky though.
Would you rather fall?
I unroll a bedroll under Cedric. Go here. It's clean enough.
Laying down. If I remember correctly, you said never lay down on one of your bedroom mattresses because of the what's living.
This isn't a mattress. It's a bedroll.
That's true. Laying down, and I will try to. Cedric will try to think very. Oh shit! Should I drink a potion of something first? No, because I don't have any. Doven, if I die, burn my research notes and destroy my diary.
If you die, I will make good use of your corpse. I promise.
Oh yeah, but you need to make a monument to my greatness. It can be made out of stone, ivory, crystal, if it's possible, but
Yeah.
preferably like something mechanical that can move. Can I do the robot? I'm all for that. All right, let's do this. I trust you, person I met 30 seconds ago. Get in there, and don't look at my teenage years. All right, it's just a lot of stuff you don't want to see. Trust me. I had a goblin face. Never mind. All right. Laying down, trying to remember as much as possible from those memories. That
Okay.
or that half year, basically. Like focusing on it.
Roll me 3 intelligence saving throws with disadvantage.
Okay.
As you watch as she kind of kneels over you and holds her hand over your face, and you notice as she does that the fingernails on her hand are all sharpened into slight claws.
Okay. Can I also, I don't know
Mhm.
if that's even double disadvantage, try to not think about or kind of obscure with nonsense and other information the thing from the cookbook.
You can certainly try.
That's a no, but yeah, okay, I'll try. It's like, don't think about pink elephants. Oof.
Oh dear.
Well, that's a good start.
That one's much better.
I mean, all things considered.
Okay. Okay. Okay, you as she kind of holds her hand over you,
Mm-hmm.
you notice a blink of a fast movement as one of her fingers with that clawed nail literally just taps you on the forehead, drawing just a speck of blood. And as it does, she inhales. And Dovin, as you're watching this, you see a single drop of blood rise up off of Zedric's head to touch her fingertip. And as it does, you see almost a glowing white mist of energy kind of surging from that point on Zedric's head and flowing into her hand as she kind of just takes a breath in. Zedric,
Mm-hmm.
you take 30 points of psychic damage. and are paralyzed for 1 minute.
Yep.
As you do so, you feel memories solidify in your mind. Things that you only had glimpses of before start to take shape. And as a number of scenes play out in your mind in crystal clear remembrance, a few key points become clear to you. The first one, the first person in the memories who introduces themselves as Molotov Kricktrill is not the person that you saw.
Shit.
Second thing is, the first person that you see as the foreman in the memories is the Molotov Kricktrill that you saw. And throughout the memories, you see those two faces switching on multiple occasions. As if neither of them, in fact, is either of those people in truth, but that the two of them were both alternately playing the roles.
Shit.
You also witness numerous instances of students being taken from the office into the dollhouse and being led to a room on the 4th floor in which there are a number of apparently statues beneath sheets, and which at the back of the room houses a large vat glowing with red energy, which has a toothy maw. And you witness a number of those students being force-fed into that vat. You also then witness on numerous occasions that vat spitting out other objects.
Such as?
Well, some of them you recognize. Jerry, Terry, Carrie, Barry, Karen, all being ejected from this maw after a student was fed to it.
Fuck. Okay.
You also witness an argument between Kricktrill and the foreman, during which they argue over who will get to wear which face for the next phase of the mission.
Can I tell which one is which face is the preferable face in that argument?
Well, they've switched back and forth a number of times at this point. But as you see them during that argument, the faces match the faces that you met. You also notice that during none of these memories does the foreman have an implant.
Does Molotov have it?
No. Then, in the final memory, you witness Molotov entering the office, casting a spell which renders the foreman unconscious before driving the device into his head and then departing.
Okay.
During these memories, you also, on numerous occasions, witness both of these individuals kneeling and offering, and giving offerings at the dragon statue or altar, which you found within the house.
Do I know what kind of offerings?
In most cases, offerings of mysium or of aether gases. In a few cases, also mystical trinkets, or in some cases, more powerful magic items. All of which you watched be encompassed in light before fading to dust.
Okay.
And as this is all rushing through your mind, you hear the whispered voice say, "And now, payment."
Okay.
You feel these tendrils' presence crawl deeper into your mind.
Does she say that out loud?
Roll
Enough for
me 3 more intelligence saves with disadvantage.
Question.
Mhm.
Does she say that loud enough, like out loud, or is she just saying it in his mind?
This is just in his mind.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, if she said it out loud, like, just try to keep enough of him intact. We still kind of need him.
And now payment. Can I make things like less hurtful for me if I try to give something willingly instead of it being taken?
Very, very possibly. Yes, you can certainly make the attempt.
Okay.
What are you offering?
Okay, I am offering what I read in the Dean of Spermatic Studies notebooks,
Mm-hmm.
which was not that much. It was like 30 seconds before Dovan hit me over the head.
Mm-hmm.
He would offer the schematics of his everything Nathan, which is
Mhm.
a Swiss Army knife,
Mm-hmm.
and how he made. Fuck it, it's for a good cause.
I'm
How
just
he
letting the
made
dog out. I can still hear you.
Sure. How he made Ulfheim's sap ball, and that one hurts his soul a little bit, and he gives out that secret.
Okay.
Uh, fuck. What else do I have? I should really check my notes instead of my sheet. He would give out. Um, he would give out the information about the box in the simic order that creates a like, bottomless hole, and which
Mhm.
stuff just got sucked into.
Yep.
And he would give out the lyrics on the song he's working on called Ground Control to Major Tom.
Okay.
And he would give out information about the Rakta's sisters, about their home, about how they are made, the sisters,
Okay.
because we did witness that process. And one more thing. I really don't want to mention the lamp of the wishes, which I'm sure is the thing that she's gonna take if I don't offer other stuff, which is why I'm offering a shit ton. Um, and that we were there right before the boiler works blew up and the but in the memory it would be that we didn't actually do anything that made it blow up. All right. Those
You know,
should I
you
write it down?
know, there's
Yeah.
probably a reward out for the people who they think is responsible for that, and you just gave that to her.
Okay, that's true. I didn't think of
Okay.
that. In or out of
Um,
character. Should I write those
So
things down, or should
yes,
or
make a list of all of those things,
okay.
and then roll me 2 intelligence saves without disadvantage.
Okay. Okay.
If it looks like he's gonna die too, I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on him. Just like if he suddenly starts to go death throes.
Yeah, I'm at 5 HP.
Yep.
uh, everything done. Schematic. Hopefully, the Ulfheim's Zapball is too crazy for the Dimir to actually, utilize. They're like, oh, that's crazy, but we're not doing that. And shit, what else did I say? I said,
I can
fuck,
always
what?
go back and look at the recording if need be to remember it all.
Yeah, oh shit, yeah, the box, right? The box.
Yeah, the dimensional box. Yeah.
Yeah, the box. Lyrics to ground control to Major Tom. Hey, intellectual property is a big thing. Rakta's sister making process. Skipping this whole part about a genie. I don't know what that is. We've never seen something like that. And Okay, there we go. And you said 2 intelligence saving throws without disadvantage. Okay. 10. I'm gonna guess her DC is higher than that. 20.
Okay. Okay, so you passed one of them.
Always something. Casey's just going through Cedric's mind right now. I'll have one of those, 2 of that, and 1 of that.
Let me get a quarter-pound lamp information.
Yeah.
Quarter-pound.
Yeah. Can I get a side order of Genie Wishing and Magic Carpet on? Like, can I get that like a menu?
Okay, so
Zap ball looks a little rotten. Gonna leave that alone.
in addition to the things which you offered up, I'm going to send you a message with 3 further things, one of which you have to also give her.
Okay. So you're gonna send me 3 things, and you
You
need to...
choose 2 of them to keep, 1 of them to lose.
Okay.
And when
Okay.
he says lose, he means lose. All of it is not good, isn't it?
Oh!
What are
shit.
they?
Oh no!
What are they?
Horrible choices.
I mean, I was expecting horrible choices.
Oh no.
She said the information cost would be high.
Yeah. Fuck, that second one could be very dangerous.
Yeah.
One of them the
One-
implicit
one-
maze.
I will tell you this, in case you don't want to share it with the other players. One of them could be catastrophic to the unfolding story. One of them is devastating mechanically, possibly, and the last one is devastating personally for Zedric.
Well, then you go with the personal one.
Shit. Can I just ask a follow-up question?
I mean, that's the obvious answer. If that's the one that's going to have the least impact on everyone else, then you go with the personal one.
That's if he's being selfless.
This is true.
That's if Zedric is being selfless. But he's an Izzet, so knowledge. Messing with his memory.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. I could do the Izzet way and just roll for it.
Yeah, do you want to roll a d3?
I don't. Oh no. I mean... Okay. Knowledge is power, so...
You're giving her 3.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
like it.
She takes a deep breath, stands up, looks at Dovin, kind of nods her head and says, "He will awaken shortly.
Okay.
Our business is done."
There's one more piece of information that I have for you that might be beneficial for both parties knowing, because it gets a hair out of my hand and it gives you a valuable resource.
And that is?
There's an individual creating black spore.
Where?
And give them the location of the spore farm.
She nods and says, "Very well."
You guys having
Now.
control of that keeps it out of mass quantities on the field, and it gives you a viable resource. And I hand her 10 platinum pieces because most of my money is tied up in platinum pieces.
Yep. She takes that, bows slightly, turns, and floats away. At which point you do realize that when she's walking, she's not touching the ground.
Of course, like a true edgelord, Demir.
I mean, she's a vampire.
Yeah.
That's what happens whenever you let a mind drinker vampire in your head.
Yeah.
See, now,
Um,
I said I was going to take care of that black spore problem.
Yeah. You did. And I like how like offhand that you did. Just like, oh, and by the way, fuck these guys from 6 sessions ago.
I said I was going to take care of that black spore problem.
and a few moments after she's gone, Zedric wakes up screaming.
And it's not like one of his like scared screaming from before. Now it's more of a gut-wrenching screech of pain and like just horror.
How you feeling, buddy?
Kim, you just missed Zedric having a mind drinker vampire in his head.
Yeah.
So Mondays.
And yes, now you've basically watched as he's let this vampire into his mind, and he's just now woken up screaming on the ground.
Yeah.
The vampire is gone.
Cedric kind of sees. He looks a bit more like hollow, and
And you are fully aware of what
Yeah.
you lost.
yeah,
You know that there is a gap there now.
yeah. He looks like he lost spark that was earlier there in his eyes. It's gone now.
How you feeling? You're looking a little muted. Not gonna lie, kind of enjoying it. So Casey froze, and it was just him with a giant guttural laugh when it froze. It was great.
He just sits there staring, and
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him, by the way, at level 4.
Oh yeah, he did take like 90% of his hit points in 10
yeah,
there.
that's also like there's also a nosebleed. It's like yeah.
So is he effectively an undead or not? With someone being in his mind like that.
No, he's not an undead. He just had his memories drank by a vampire.
Yeah.
She did 30 points of psychic damage, crawled around his memory, and then left, taking some of his memories with her.
Sounds good.
Thought Erasure. It's a nasty card.
Yeah, Madman. If you're familiar with it, the art for that character is Thought Erasure.
That is an amazing card.
It's a badass. I love it.
He kind of just sits up, says, "Thanks, Doven. I remember it now, the memories, but I think I need a moment." And he just like sits on the floor for a while. like just scratching his head and obviously just thinking about stuff, life decisions, and how he got here.
Realizing he can't remember some of those life decisions.
Yeah. Basically.
Out of character,
Yeah.
should you tell them what he's just given up?
No, I think it's
I
better if
want
they
to
don't know.
know.
I think it's better if they don't know. I mean, I can't even tell you guys the 3 options because
One of the secrets that she could have taken, you as players don't know about.
yeah, exactly. And both I and Cedric so badly did not want that secret to be leaked, so rather took one of the other ones.
I will tell you option 2 that he did not take, the one that was the
Yeah.
most mechanically devastating.
Yeah.
Would have been that one of his skills from his sheet would have been randomly selected for him to lose all proficiency in it.
Ooh.
That would have been very bad if I would have lost tinkering
Or Arcana.
or arcana. Like, I'm done being an Izzet.
I'm a spellcaster that can't know about magic.
Exactly. Or I'm an Izzet and I don't know like stuff.
That would be
Yeah.
funny, to be honest.
I just take the feat that lets you get proficiency in it again. No,
uh,
seriously,
once
there's a
you
feat
get
that lets you get to
Yeah.
take proficiency in 3 skills. That's why Dovin is now somewhat of a stealth character too.
Mm-hmm. But what level would it be before he could do that again?
like 2. Yeah,
So
2
have a
levels.
while to get back to it. Yeah.
Yeah. After like, if you guys are willing to wait like half an hour, he would kind of stand up, still kind of just look, and then he will kind of just almost verbatim repeat
know
the
what-
things that
You know how this works.
so he would just start repeating the stuff, basically the things that Casey just said. And for you, Kim, the result of the memory clearing stuff was basically 8 things. First of all, that the first person in the memory that introduced himself as Molotov Krykov was not the one that we saw as Molotov. So it was a different Molotov with a different face.
Okay.
The first person as the foreman that introduced himself as the foreman, that was Molotov that we saw.
Okay.
And then we saw them, or then he saw them switch multiple times. Basically, one person becoming the other, and kind of got the impression that they were both people, and it was either them playing very convincing roles or kind of switching personalities back and forth in these bodies.
Fine. So
Then he witnessed numerous instances of students being taken to the dollhouse, and in that dollhouse they were brought to the 4th floor, and in there was a vat with a large vat with red energy and a toothy maw, and they were force-fed these students to that thing, and that spat out the mimics and Karen and other stuff that we saw in there. So all of those things were previously Izzet students. And we saw, Cedric also remembered an argument between Molotov and the foreman, and about who would have which phase in the next phase of the mission. And as that argument happened, Cedric could discern that those people had the matching faces of the time where we saw them. So it was presumably very recent, right before we met them. And the final memory was Molotov entering the office of the foreman and knocking him unconscious with a spell, and then inserting that device into his head that would kind of split up the personalities, and then leaving. And one final thing was that during the memories, at several cases, the they were making offerings to the dragon statue that was in the dollhouse, and they were offering Mysium, ether gases, mystical trinkets, magical items, and as it did so, it just evaporated in a shining light. And Cedric would I can't pronounce the word help me out here.
Uncharacteristically.
Thank you. That word kind of spell this out very like in order and proper and exact, and not go all out on a tangent or make a weird sidestep in a different story to something else. Would just go.
You know, this is probably the longest I've been around you and didn't have a headache.
Well, I do.
And the bizarre thing is, all of that information did not cause a headache, but normal Zedric does.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Kim has a headache right now, trying to figure all that out.
It's very back and forth there.
Yeah. I think basically.
I think we have all we need at this point.
Yeah.
I think we can go to that person that Narcissus gave us the name of
Let me see
last
if you guys
time.
put 4 and 4 together.
That it's very likely we fed Baltov to Rakdos, and the foreman's actually still at large in Baltov's body. Or that the foreman was dead, and Baltov was using the foreman as a puppet, and that was the point of the apparatus on his head.
That sounds more realistic to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, exactly. Molotov used the foreman's body to get around the Isid headquarters freely. And when the foreman had served his purpose, Molotov fucked his mind up and left. But that dollhouse, it still has evidence in it, and
Yeah, but at this point, we're all out of ring uses.
oh yeah, and so I agree with you. We should
And
report back to him.
I think we have enough to give to Ven.
Yeah,
because
I
we
agree.
have the mimic statements, we have the journals, we have the memories that you just got. We have it's all circumstantial evidence, but it's good circumstantial evidence.
Is it really that good though?
Yes. If you were to go to a court, this is enough evidence where it would most likely convict the person. And the major argument about it that would try to get it thrown out is that it's all circumstantial.
But it's reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
And anything we do because the foreman is dead is reasonable doubt at this point.
Unless
we can't we can't just flat out go to him and say, "Hey, what were you doing?" He's gone. We have no definitive way to prove that anymore. We have to go with what we have.
No camera, no scrying, no nothing that captures the event.
I can't scry. And
you could.
We are out of ring uses.
Yeah, I believe we at least have enough to talk to him.
Fair enough.
We have eyewitnesses. We have proof that he was doing other fucked up things besides just what we thought he was doing, because the mimics and Karen all came from students. They used to be students. He was kidnapping people and transforming them.
True.
That's the way it's looking to me. The dollhouse itself is a buttload of evidence.
Right.
So, and if he says, "Well, where's the dollhouse?" It's in the office. We can't get back there, but you can send someone of the Guild Pact to claim it.
Yes. Yeah, no, I agree. We have enough to talk to him and hand in what we have.
Yeah.
Feels like we're missing something though.
Fuck! I could have used chaotic luck to almost. No, maybe not. That's a conscious effect. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Oh no, we're missing stuff. We don't have all the answers, but we have all the answers we can possibly get. At this point, we have all of the answers we can possibly get.
fair enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get what you're saying. It just something doesn't feel right, and it's the wrong kind of feeling I got now. I don't know why I have it, but usually when I get it, something is usually missing.
I mean, I have that feeling too, but that's because we just had a Demir vampire root around in Zedric's head, and I don't know what else they took.
That's just normal. I'm talking about the actual case. It's just anything around Cedric doesn't surprise me at the moment, so I'm not too worried about that. More too concerned about the fact that we are literally basing everything on witness counts and circumstantial evidence. There's no hard evidence linking.
Listen,
I mean, we were not in a position, thanks to Malgar trying to lasso the doll away, to sit there and go further in. We had to get out.
Listen, Velen. At the very least, we need to talk to him and report out of the current status. He might tell us to get back to work, or he might have another lead for us to go on, or give us some more resources to work with. But right now, I am spent.
So you're saying now?
Oh, you disappeared, Casey. You disappeared. No idea what you said.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yep,
hi.
you're back.
Okay. I'm saying, so now is what you're saying is that now you want to go run the Dragon's Maze to go try to find the missing.
No.
You're not ready to do that now?
No.
It might be fun.
Anyway,
I mean, I'd have to call the session.
I don't know. I'm just
The Dragon's Maze for you, but I know the book well enough that I could write it out.
don't know.
That's actually, I have to say, of
Oh.
all of the Magic set books, Dragon's Maze was the best.
I'm.
Are you sure about that, Casey?
In my opinion, yes.
Okay.
I wish we had more, but we have what we have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I hear you. It just it feels like there's some. So we have a lot of evidence that could potentially lead to something. Yes, but in my opinion, getting anything through the bureaucracy is not gonna be. We're not gonna be successful getting this through the up the pipeline.
Well, here's the
What?
thing: we're not dealing with the Azorius. The Azorius are the bureaucracy. The Azorius are the problem. They're the stopgap. But we're going right over them. We're going them right to the office of the Guild Pact. So we're not dealing with that bureaucracy.
If we want hard evidence, we could maybe still decipher the notes before talking to Ven. We have the books. We have soon researched enough about the deciphering process, so we maybe have at least a paper trail.
But we know why he went there, right?
No, this would be more about the notes itself contains the process of what he was doing, and hopefully it contains maybe the clue of other locations or a process that can only be, or maybe names, contact, something along those lines.
What about motive?
Well, we know that.
Which is
He was told to at first. That's in the journal. He was told to work with Molotov. His motive is that he was following the orders given to him by a superior. Now, whether that superior was it or was Niv-Mizzet or was it some other dragon, that's not clear. But I don't think we could get that information without, the foreman being alive and us going, "Hey, who did you work for?"
I hate working with reasonable doubt, but yeah.
So should we decipher the notes before talking to Ven, or should we talk to Ven right away?
No, should decipher.
Right. In that case, we need one more day of hard reading, and I need a long night's sleep. And maybe some of that troll dung thing that you were drinking earlier.
That will kill you.
Wouldn't be that bad.
No, I didn't kill him. Doesn't
Also,
really kill
we would have to talk to Zol for that.
Look, the troll dung doesn't really kill you. Tastes like shit. Burns your insides. Feels like you're acid on the inside. It's all good.
Joven turns and looks, well, that's because it's made from acid and mushrooms.
Yeah, see. So it doesn't kill you, it's just heavy acid.
Which would kill. You know what? I'm not arguing with this anymore. I'm not arguing with this anymore.
I'm still standing. That should be proof enough.
Technically, one of the main.
You disappeared again. Right at your punchline.
We got technically one of the main ingredients is
troll stomach acid.
Ah, how nice. All right.
You know, fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we'll head back for now. Buy some alcohol on the way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave Zol 4 platinum pieces as an extra thank you.
Okay. He will be very happy with that. You guys head back to the rot farm?
Yeah, I assume so.
All right. Having another night's rest?
Yep.
Okay.
While they're resting, I'm reading, because I only need to be down for 4 hours.
Okay.
Yep.
The next day, roll me a investigation check with, and I know this is not technically a thing, but roll me with double advantage. So roll 3 dice and pick the best one.
Ooh. Should roll.
Whichever one you've all been studying, so whichever one of you wants to make the roll.
I have +6. What do you guys have?
Investigation, I have +5.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a lot.
No.
Right. All right. Let's just type this out. Okay, so I should roll.
I mean, it's a 1-point difference.
You can roll if you want to. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Yeah.
I was already typing it.
Sure.
$15. Plus my investigation, so it's 20. And Casey's frozen.
Yep. I thought you just looked very disappointed at the rolls.
Yeah.
I give him 3d20 and he still
Fuck.
can't.
Cedric needs to go see his mama.
What was the memory? 20. Casey.
Sorry, you cut out there pretty badly. Did I hear
Oh, you're gone again.
20 in total?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, now you're back.
Yeah.
Okay, 20 in total. I heard 20 in total, but I couldn't respond.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, from your reading and your knowledge of the notes previously, you are able to work out that the enchantment on the pages could likely be a very powerful enchantment, which would only allow the pages to be read properly after a drop of the blood of the writer is applied to the page. You also, in this, discover that for this enchantment to work in the way that you think that it must be working, the writer would have to be a doppelganger.
Oh.
That actually makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah. Fuck. That makes so much sense. Ah, shit, that means there could have been a point where we met him again without us knowing. Fuck, it's Sven. No, okay.
If it's a doppelganger, there's a high chance it was an affiliate of the Demir.
Maybe.
But that's neither here or there, nor there.
How do we get a drop of blood of Molotov? If this would have been more recent, we would maybe have something on our weapons. And if the boiler works would not have blown up, we would have had something in the lab.
There's a few ifs there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the point where we have to go with what we have then.
Yeah. We can turn in the notes and saying, hey, or we keep them until we find Molotov. We should keep them until we find Molotov. Yeah, let's do that.
I love the way Zedric talks himself into things.
Yeah.
So, are you summoning Ven?
I think so.
Fucking fly. We were given a name to look for specifically, weren't we? It was on a business card.
Yes.
Okay. So the best I can do is lead us to that location, talk to that person, say, hey, we were told to contact you if we needed to reach and assist this Ben. That's like the best we can do.
Roll me a perception check with advantage, Dovin.
15.
15. The moment you look down at the name on the card with the intention of contacting this person in order to reach Ven, you hear a voice in your head.
Huh.
I will be there shortly.
Great. Apparently he's on his way.
Great. I'm so excited.
Well, that's handy.
So.
You want me to kill him?
No. It's like that one scene in the movie. I think I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. It was the one about the witches, and the one girl's at the window just holding up the sign, going, "You want me to kill him?"
Well, he is pure evil.
I mean, no.
Okay.
Okay. No more than 10 minutes. Can you guys hear me, or is it cut out again?
Yes,
Yeah,
we can
no,
hear you.
okay.
Can you guys hear me again?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Okay. It cut out again for a second there.
Ah.
No more than 10 minutes pass after the message has been mailed towards the rot farm. You see Narcissus Ven. He stops in front of you and says, "Tell me what you have learned."
Well, we learned that Molotov and the foreman might have been doppelgangers. Actually, it's very incredibly likely they were. So they were involved in a plan that seems to have a next phase. We don't know what the next phase was, but Molotov and the foreman were switching off personas. They were making offerings to a dragon statue. In fact, and I reach over into my bag and pull out the dragon statue and put it down. This dragon statue. Molotov/foreman, not sure which at this point, was in the process of kidnapping students and converting them into creatures of some kind. We've encountered them in the dollhouse. It was in the foreman's office at the university. where there's more evidence, I'm sure, but right now we're in a situation where we can't go back because one of our party members, the one who always seems to vanish, managed to piss off one of the creatures, and she sicked a bunch of golems on us.
The dollhouse in this context is a demi-plane within a dollhouse.
Yeah. The entrance is a globe on a shelf.
Within there's way more information to be get. We just need
Hang on,
either
hang
one.
on. Give me a
Oh,
second.
You're back. I heard globe on a shelf.
Yeah, you twist it to get in. I'm actually going back towards my notes. Dovenon-
Basically, rather than making you go through every bit of it, is there anything about the information you've gained that you don't share, or do you give him basically everything you've got?
We give him everything but the cookbook.
Everything but the cookbook.
Because that is up to Zedric if he wants to share the part about the implicit maze. Everything else.
Yes, because that's in the cookbook, right, Zedric?
Yes.
Did you? Was that the memory?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god, that was the memory.
I don't know what you're talking about. He remembers a cookbook.
But not the cookbook contained the information about the implicit maze.
What do you mean? No, I do.
Okay.
Kinda.
Oh god. So the Demir knows now there's something up with the implicit maze. Fantastic.
No, I don't.
I love this.
Or do they?
I love this.
Anyway, I give them everything but the cookbook.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you because that would be that would be telling.
Anyway. So we give him everything but the cookbook.
Yes.
Because Dovin would leave that up to Zedric, not knowing whether or not Zedric remembers it at all, because Dovin doesn't know what a memory thought is.
And you wouldn't know how to decode it.
True.
Even if you were to grab it.
Yeah.
I also would say that maybe we mentioned that we have Moltov's lab notes, and we're working on a way to deciphering them, and we're very close.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, very close. We know exactly how to decipher them. It's just...
We need to find the doppelganger.
Yeah.
I even say we need to find the doppelganger that was passing himself as Molotov off, because we need his blood to decipher the notes, which should have more information on the plan. And Casey's gone again.
Yes, he is.
There he is.
Okay. Let me just... Okay. Let me just have a look here. Okay. Okay. You go through all of this information that you have found. You break it all down for him. You explain it all. You go through it. He listens patiently to all of this. And as you finish, he kind of nods and smiles and he says, "Very good. You've done very well. You've discovered more than I ever thought possible. And you've brought it all to me to be used as evidence. I thank you greatly." And as he's speaking,
Can I roll on him, please?
Hmm?
I want.
you certainly can, yes.
Thank you. I know what's going on.
Okay.
Uh,
Can I roll on him? What are you planning?
Okay.
That's not good enough.
Something
I am
definitely
also-
doesn't feel right, Velen.
Yeah.
Dovin, you realize that a hammer is about to fall just a moment before you see what happens next. As you watch as he's standing there, from the path that he walked down, Narcissus Vin starts walking.
Fuck.
And then Narcissus Vin starts walking. And
Dovin's
then
like, yeah, I already saw this
another-
coming.
and another, and another, and another,
This looks
until
more-
there are 8 Narcissus Vins standing there.
Shit.
And they all
Shit,
smile.
shit.
And
Great.
they say, we thank you greatly for gathering all of this evidence in one place
I bet you do.
Fuck.
so that we can dispose of it.
Fuck.
I mean,
Dovin starts laughing.
Fuck.
and that's what we'll pick up next week.
Fuck. Fuck. Fuck, I'm
Oh, no.
spitting.
Dovin's got a plan.
Fuck. Fuck. I.
So, funny thing that I mentioned before that I've said a couple of times,
Fuck.
Dovin grows zombie fungus.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's.
All
blast the
I'm
shit
going
out
to
of
have
these
to do
fuckers.
is drop my staff and start spinning to knock spores into the air.
I have a gas mask.
Yeah, and Valen's immune to poison.
That's
Yeah.
good. Fuck. 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 Fuck.
No, I saw this coming.
Yeah,
I
I
did not.
kind of smelled. That's why I was going earlier. There was something that
Yep.
didn't feel right when you said you wanted to go. It's like I couldn't put my finger on it because it's like something didn't add up. This adds up.
Oh shit. Well,
I don't-
I'm hoping.
I don't know what's going to suck more for them. The zombie fungus spores or Dovin's own spores.
Guys, remember, one of them hopefully unlocks the thing on those pages. So let's not destroy them entirely, but keep a body part for blood testing, because we could just do like a DNA test. Like, okay, not that one next, not that one next, not that one next. Technically, we could do that. So I'm just saying, if we blow them apart, keep a limb and label it. Like changeling A.
So, yes, I need to draw a map of the spore farm because we'll pick up next week.
I
Good
have.
game, guys.
I actually have stats
Uh,
for the different.
I think I lost you.
There you are.
Are you back? Okay, I
Yeah.
lost you again for a second there.
So somebody actually went and statted out the different mushrooms that the Golgari grow,
Mhm.
and I have
Yeah,
those
if you
stats.
drop me a link to those, I'll have a look through them.
Hang on, let me make sure. Let me check which one it is. I remember it's the Guild's Kit or the Initiate's Guide.
But yeah, next week should be interesting.
Let me just.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. All I can say is that my guy will probably say something along the lines of, "Can I kill him now?"
Yes.
That's probably
Yes.
that's probably how it's gonna start. That's what I'm guessing.
The number of hints that I've been dropping along the way about
Yeah.
Vin being a changeling, and then
Oh no,
Foreman's personalities, and
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I had already picked up on that with the rings.
yeah, the rings were a clue. Yeah,
There's a
It's
reason
all
why
been-
Dovin's been having them meet at his place.
Yeah.
We have
That's
home
smart.
field advantage.
That's smart. That's smart.
So
Shit, man.
next week you square off against Narcissus Vin times 8.
It's fine.
This is going to be fun.
I'll almost die again. So good. Like usual. I'm 99% sure that I will almost die again.
Guys, you don't know what he gave up for the sake of the party.
Did you have to give up your insanity?
Kim, I'll tell you this much: he had a choice of giving up either something that would have been devastating to the storyline, something that would have been mechanically devastating to his character, or
Or his
something which would be
personality.
personally devastating to Zedric.
Yeah, he gave up his personality. I get it.
Well, no, he gave up something very personal to Zedric.
Okay.
Something
I
relevant to him. Yeah.
sent you the stats for the zombie fungus.
Great. I'll have a look at those through the week. All right. Good game, guys.
Yeah,
So, when is blah blah back?
blah blah.
Yeah, blah blah. I'm trying to remember his name right now.
Pear.
Yeah.
He's back next week. He was going to be here this week, but he just had to sort out something personal.
So he's back next week. So it's going to be a full
Yeah.
party. So he's going to just appear out of the clouds. Okay.
No,
He'll-
he's
he'll-
like, I've been here all the time, all
Yeah.
along. Or he's one of them, and he just takes off the ring, like, bitch.
That would actually be quite impressive. if he did
Yeah,
that.
they're like-
I would love
They're
that.
like, and I am like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hang on, guys. Steve, is that you? I don't. Hang on.
Yeah. A
I'm
ninth Narcissus then comes walking down the trail,
Yeah.
and then suddenly becomes Malgar.
I mean, because changelings don't know that either, right? So a doppelganger wouldn't recognize another doppelganger, right?
Not necessarily, no.
Yeah. So they could just go, yeah, he's with us.
That would be actually amazing. Casey,
Yeah.
Hey,
you have some introduction to make.
So yeah,
next
I was
week's
I was
going to be
go-
fun.
I was going to say that Dovin's just going to start laughing and go, y'all made mistakes.
One thing I will point out, though, Malgar, I don't think is impervious to poisons.
Nope. Technically, Dovin isn't either,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't say you can't take any other actions besides other than movement, so I can remove the poison from myself after the effect.
Yeah, you know how to get rid of it once you're affected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So you basically he's got a gas mask. I'm immune, but you are the one that's gonna get affected. That's kind of funny.
Him and Malgar are going to get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the DC for it is not very favorable. So it's literally declared like the most dangerous mushroom in the Undercity. It's a DC 20.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's a nasty one actually.
It says DC 18 on here.
Identifying one is DC 18. Effect, you're looking at habitat.
Effect: if a living creature inhales the spores, it must make a DC 18 con saving throw.
I'm looking at devouring angel mushroom. Nope, sorry. Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
right. I was looking at the
Yeah,
mushroom
DC
above it.
Yeah, DC 18 for zombie fungus.
Yep.
So, yeah, because DC 18 is not that
Yeah.
high.
So this is exactly what it does. The creature ignores any threats to it. The creature cannot be charmed or frightened. The creature focuses on climbing the nearest tall structure and gains advantage at all strength athletic checks made to climb. When it reaches the highest point, the creature locks itself in place, gaining a paralyzed condition. Each hour, the creature's maximum hit points are reduced by 3d10. So
Yep.
it's nasty. It's
That
it's
max HP one is nasty. Yeah.
it's cordyceps.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
cordyceps mushroom.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But it's also like it's specifically stated in the short story they did about the crawl character that they use it for things like spider climb and fly potions because it removes your fear of heights.
Yeah.
So what they do is they distill it and they dilute it, so this way you don't have to worry about the dying part. but it makes it
Yeah.
so you're more inclined to actually use the effect.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna call it there, guys.
Yeah.
Good game. I will see
Yeah.
you next week.
That
Yep.
was
See you
badass.
next week.
To do
Later on.
Later.
Bye.